There's people on the internet who don't like us. Do you consider them enemies?
Yes.
You do?
My therapist ghosted me. I just thought about that.
What's up, you guys? And what about school?
But don't worry, everything's cool.
I'm your host, Julyssa.
And I'm your host, Janel, a.k.a. the baddest.
And of course, we are here with the boys, Steve and Brandon. Say what's up, you guys.
What's up?
And how y'all doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good.
That's
Doing
good.
good.
That's
Doing pretty
good. How'd you guys feel getting to write your vote in this past Tuesday?
I didn't get to vote.
Oh, right,
Yes. I moved, so it kind of like messed up a lot of things. And then I was just like, it was just too much. I was getting chaotic. I'm actually really sad about that, though.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
felt FOMO?
Yeah, definitely. And I wanted the sticker.
Hey, I was going to say, the
Fuck.
stickers would give people
Yeah.
FOMO. Because even I hate when somebody like sticker mogs me when they
Yeah.
like put it in a good place. They're like, they'll put it like on their hat or like on their shirt. And I was like, fuck, that looks so cool.
We went to the Sparks game. I forgot who she
huh.
the player, but she's a former player. And they put her on camera, and she literally had the sticker on. And we were like, bro, we could have worn
I
that.
know. I was like, fuck, I should have worn that. I should have worn that shit. She
Did you
mocked
guys-
But
it.
yeah, and she was pointing at it when they had her on the camera. She was like pointing at it,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
Did you guys go or did you mail it in?
Oh, we went in
Oh,
person.
we went in
Yeah,
person.
we went in
yeah.
person.
I did the mail in.
Oh,
The
really?
drop box.
Oh, you cheated? You mean? Have you seen that when people? Oh, did you guys see that? Like, I think both Spencer Pratt and what's that other dude who was running for governor? What's his name?
The governor?
Yeah, the governor. No, the governor.
Tim
Sawyer or Tom Sawyer?
Sayer?
No,
The
Republican.
Hilton guy?
Sawyer.
Republican.
Sawyer.
Republican.
Tom Steyer.
Hilton?
There it is.
Hilton. Yeah. Did she? He also, I think, fell to third place. So most likely, it's
Yeah.
gonna be Democrats on both the mayor and the governor ballot only.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's like. I mean,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And I mean, it could be better candidates for sure, but I'm just saying that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting
Yeah, it is
considering
interesting.
like there was this whole media about like, oh, California's gonna turn red. It's like, bro, they're not even on the
They
ballot.
say that every fucking election cycle.
Well, yeah. Well, because they were showing the map of like California and how it's like red, and people are like, "Oh, it's turning red," and they're like, "You don't understand that it's mostly like Central California and all these like kind of like rural."
Well, because I hate how they do that because it's empty land
Yeah.
that they're painting red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like nobody
Instead
lives
of-
there.
yeah, like nobody's there.
Yeah.
You know.
no, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
like,
But
the
they
three
do that-
guys who
they do that
fucking
on
live
purpose,
there.
Though. They
No,
do that
yeah.
on purpose to like scare
I'm feeling
you.
really left out right now.
And I get what you mean though.
No, yeah.
That's how I feel every time because I like voting in person. Like, voting by mail is cool, but I feel like there's something so like I feel so like
Yeah.
Patriotic.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess in a way.
I
yeah.
still try to get like my ballot in the mail just because I'm like, just in case I can't go at some point.
Wow, you're cheating. You're counting your votes double. They actually tell you though when you go in
I know.
person that they're canceling out your mail-in ballot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I have it just to like well, because they do also give you the sample ballot and then they give you like your actual mail-in ballot. But I just look at it just to be like, okay, like just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I like going in person a lot more.
Yeah.
But did you hear it is crazy though that those like the mail-in like boxes that people be burning
Yeah.
them.
I went to. They have them at. Usually they have them at libraries.
Yeah.
There's a library like a block from my house, so I went over there.
With the skirt.
Yeah, and they're pretty cool how they like clothes and stuff. I can't see how you would burn it, but I guess people do.
People throw like
they throw like
a
Molotovs
match in there.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I you know what I hate is a pet peeve of mine is people who aren't from California who like hate on California like to like the severity of like, oh, it's a fucking shithole. I would never move out there. That's exactly why you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you've never been here. It's fucking awesome
It's
here.
beautiful here.
Yeah.
You can have everything in California. That's why I feel like it's hard for me to think about actually moving out elsewhere. Like, it sounds cute, an idea, but like you can go have like the city and then you can have like a little whole nother little space.
Beach or
Yeah.
the forest
Bro,
or the
Literally
mountain.
drive an hour and you're like in the middle of the forest. Drive an
Yeah.
hour that way, you're in the sand dunes.
Yeah. You know which place I want to check out in California? Camel by the sea, I think it's called.
Carmel.
Is it Carmel or
I
Camel?
went there.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I
Oh,
was.
yeah,
out on
yeah,
the plane.
yeah, yeah. You
Oh,
told us, yeah.
wow.
I kind of don't think you'd like it.
No?
Well, I don't know. It's
I would just stay by the nature, but is it like you have to interact with like
well, it depends.
the rich area?
Well, because Carmel by the sea, like the town itself is like a super. I guess it's like I fell for the propaganda of like it's this hidden little town. It doesn't seem super hidden. It's
No.
like
Hella
it's-
tourists or
it's-
what?
It's cool, but it's hella rich people.
Where is it?
Big Sur. It's like up north. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Carmen by the Sea, bro. It like looks otherworldly.
It
looks
sounds like
it,
a song.
It looks
Yeah.
like it.
It does.
It sounds like a song.
It looks like it wouldn't be here in California. It's
Oh,
like
wow.
a
The-
bunch of cliffs and
Maybe
The
like,
place
yeah.
that I want to check out that people always talk about is what is it? The Catalina Island.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm
we
telling you,
should
California
go.
has
Yeah.
everything. Like, why the fuck? I hate people who hate who are like,
I forget what people say it looks like. Because
Like-
sometimes I hear like it looks like Greece.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's bison on the island, like a herd of bison.
Oh wow.
Really?
No, we
Yes,
should go.
I forgot who it was. Some actor brought him there they brought him there for like a movie, and they just left him, and so now there's just
I think there used to be some in San Francisco.
bison. Wow,
Yeah.
right on.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they used to have them, and I
That's some
think
good meat.
in Golden Gate
you
Park.
like bison meat?
You've had bison meat?
I've tried. I do not like it, dude.
I think it's good.
It's like
You both have had bison?
Yeah.
You've never had bison?
No.
No.
As if it's
I
like
don't-
common.
I don't like it. You can get it at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
No, I don't
I'm
think I
not
ever
crazy
had it.
about it. It's too lean. It tastes like steak, but it has the consistency of chicken. And
That's a
it's
good way to describe it.
because you know chicken's just all lean,
Interesting.
but I
Yeah.
don't like it because I like the like tenderness of steak.
Yeah.
But ask me,
Do you eat your steak medium well, or
medium
like
well.
you like the blood coming out of it, or
It's
like
not
the
blood.
juices? Yes, it's not blood, guys. It's
Medium
juices.
well, not too much, but not too little.
Juices.
you know,
I've
so-
grown up a little.
What do you get?
I've
Well
grown
done.
up a little bit. I've grown up.
You
It's
were
not
well
well
done.
done as much. Just a little bit
medium
before
well.
there.
Medium
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So.
I'm not mad if I'm not shaking the table as much anymore, because when you get the well done, they really do be shaking the table.
Well, speaking of the bison, did you know that Pablo Escobar, because of Pablo Escobar, there's hippos in Colombia?
Oh, really? I
And
did
What
not
a
know.
random
there's a
fact.
lot of them, and it's a big problem. That I think they announced they're gonna try to kill them all. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Pablo Escobar, bro.
he had like a whole zoo.
Oh, that's crazy. It's crazy how much money you get off like smuggling drugs. I was watching this documentary yesterday about like one of the biggest cover-ups in U.S. history,
Right.
where it happened in Arkansas, like in the 80s. You guys have probably never heard about
Arkansas.
Arkansas?
That's how it should be.
Arkansas.
That's how it should.
have you never seen that meme though?
That's
Where
how it
she's like,
should
this
be
is,
called.
This is because it's Kansas, and why isn't this Arkansas?
Exactly.
I didn't even notice that I said that. It's like that's how much embedded that fucking Vine
that-
is. It's
That's
Vine,
what it
right?
should be called.
Yeah, right. It's Vine, right?
Yeah, it's a vine.
I
Yeah,
just
that's
wanted to
crazy.
be different so bad, because like, why are you called that?
Yeah.
Arkansas. That doesn't even make sense.
In my mind, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I heard about this crazy cover up, which like at the time even involved like Bill Clinton. I won't mention it because I don't want to get killed. But it's crazy. You guys, I'll tell you more about it after the show. It's crazy.
Interesting.
It happened like so recently, and it all started because of these two boys who were found in the railroad tracks, who they thought were hit by a train, and when the parents like heard about how they found their bodies, it was pretty evident that they had died actually before they were hit by the train. And so when they brought this up to the cops closed the case, and it was a 35-year cover up, or I guess now whatever time it's been, they still haven't had any justice. But it's pretty evident that
Somebody killed them.
the governor was involved in like drug trafficking in Arkansas, and Bill Clinton at the time saved him by like closing the case. They even had an examiner.
This sounds so familiar.
Yeah, it probably is. It's kind of famous, I guess, if you're into that type of like true crime stuff. First I had ever heard about it, it gave me like chills down my spine, because it's like, wow, like it's pretty clear the government covered this up, and it was because the governor and the county and the sheriffs and all the police were involved in drug trafficking. And they have no idea what they're up to now, but stay away from that county. Yeah.
Wow.
It's even sadder because the mom like passed away like in 2008. Yeah. So, but a bunch of people online who aren't even related to the kids like are still fighting for justice for those two kids.
Bill Clinton himself. Like,
yeah, it was
was he president at the time, or was
I think it was when he was president. Yeah, and he helped like cover it up. And then the two it was just crazy because there's I think 11 eyewitnesses who died mysteriously after this event happened. And a lot of those deaths were ruled like suicide, even though one of them, okay, so explicit warning for anybody listening at home. One of them was found with their torso in the living room, and then their separate body parts, including a severed head, in other parts of the room. And the medical examiner said that it was their rabid dog that ripped them apart and then killed them. Like that was the cause of death, supposedly. Which people were like, that makes no sense at all, unless he had like a 6 foot tall dog, there's no way that would have happened. But seriously, look into it. It's a trip.
Wild.
That is crazy.
It's a trip.
I think that's crazy that one person, Bill Clinton, can close a case like that and just be like, no, that's it, no more.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about what fucking. No, we always talk about Epstein and all that shit.
Well, I
but
wasn't gonna go in that direction,
Yeah.
but I just mean in general. Like, I think
We always need to talk about it. Though.
it's not
It's
fair
necessary.
that
everybody should.
stuff like that can happen, and then one guy can just, who's not involved, can just be like, nah, we're not gonna look into that anymore. You know what I mean? I think that's crazy,
Yeah, it's a trip.
horrific.
It also there's something kind of also like the bright side of it is that strangers who just like have heard about the case are willing enough to like continue fighting for justice for the boys that were found, considering they have no like blood relation to them. And it was cool. The guy who was doing the documentary, that's what he talked about, is that even though the mom obviously passed without ever seeing justice for her son, she stoked the fire that now like thousands of people who don't even know these boys still actively every year fight for justice. Because the two sheriffs, the two police officers that apparently were possibly the direct murderers of these two boys, but they were like obviously taking orders from whatever drug pin told them to do it. They're still alive.
Oh, wow.
I think one of them is still an officer. Yeah. It's
Horrific,
yeah,
dude.
It's a trip. And he's been caught like threatening people who were there or were witnesses to basically shut up about it.
I was watching another TikTok about this not similar case, but like a similar like corruption. I forgot his name, but he was a black man that he was trying to help somebody, and these negligent police officers walked up and were like, "Oh, he's attacking that guy," and so they shot him. And so then the police officers then planted a gun on him, and they're like, "Oh, he shot at us first, right?" And he basically served like 25 years, and the cops never, like, they're still cops.
That's crazy.
Like, nothing happened to them. They just moved districts, and that's really it.
ACAB, bro. That's what they say.
What?
ACAB.
Oh, yes.
ACAB?
All cops are bastards. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys don't agree, Julie?
What?
You don't agree?
That all cops are bastards?
Yeah.
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 I hate them.
You hate cops?
Every single one of them.
This is a fireman's podcast.
We appreciate firemen.
We appreciate firemen.
It is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like firemen, I think, earn respect and like they go and like fight fires. Like they actually go where the dangerous like areas are, and they're actually like putting their lives on the line. So I can respect them a little
They
more.
just
than
care about
cops.
saving lives. That's it. I respect that.
Also, the training is way more intense than being a police officer.
Yeah, because I think it was cool. So this is just from
tangent?
our other like episode, our other podcast that we work on,
Teaser.
the Say Less podcast, where we had a firefighter on there, and he literally said like we asked like what's the emergency? We don't ask like description of what you look like or anything. And I thought that was like very like interesting to hear, because it's like, yeah, like they don't care who you are. Like firefighters will be there to help you with like whatever emergency that you have.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool that he said that.
Yeah. Like I do actually respect a lot. I know it's become like an internet meme. I think in a way it's people coping, like 9/11, but like the firefighters who did pass away, like trying to save people. I was watching a documentary about it yesterday too, so I think that's why it's on my mind. And it's like, damn, for real, it's like firefighters, they're fucking going crazy for people, like innocent people.
They're literally, my brother, not recently, I think it was a few months ago, where my nephew was having a hard time breathing, and like there was a firehouse like stationed near the house, so they went there first, and they actually helped my nephew. So then we had to go to the hospital afterwards. So like the fact that you can go there and like feel protected in a way and like helped. So like that was really, I didn't even know that they did that, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, you went to a fire? But like,
yeah, why?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
why?
can leave if you don't want your kid or
I was
something.
gonna say,
you can
right?
Also, yeah, so I think that
Yeah.
it provides like a
That's
safe haven in a way for some
Yeah.
people. in
They're
a way.
underappreciated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the firemen.
Yeah. And also they have to keep their mustaches like that for a reason. I found out, like it's actually like for fires. Like
It used to
there's-
be.
Oh, is it not the
used
same?
No, I think now it's more symbolic, but I know what you're talking about. It used to be like a natural, like,
I like
keep
it.
smoke out of your nostrils to have like a big bushy mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting thing.
I did not know that. Damn, should I grow my mustache out? So that way, like, I have. Like,
I don't know.
But
This
that's why they didn't let them ever have beards, though, right? It was
Yeah.
always only allowed to have a mustache.
Yeah. You still can't have beards.
Fire? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that is pretty cool. Fuck it, I'll become a fireman. Let's do it. I hope there's no like there's nothing that I don't know about being a fireman. Like,
Oh,
Probably
that's
is.
controversial.
there probably is. Yeah, like there's
Probably
some
back
controversy.
in the day.
Oh, for sure.
It's probably cool now.
There's always something underneath. Something.
There's always something back in
True,
the
Yeah.
day.
it's all government agencies, so who knows? But I guess moving on a little bit more into the podcast, Julie, what was your topic for this week? Whoa, couldn't speak for a second.
Mine. Oh yeah. So I had seen this article that talked about if birth order actually affects your dating life. It said, "Does birth order really matter in dating?" But relationship experts and large-scale studies caution against using it as a deal breaker, as adult personality is shaped by many environmental and genetic factors. So they were saying that so the opposites attract dynamic, right? So firstborns, who are often structured, goal-oriented, and responsible, they tend to match well with lastborns, who bring spontaneity and lightheartedness to balance out the firstborn's needs for control. Only children, highly independent and accommodated to their own routines, they often pair well with middle children, who are known for being diplomatic and flexible peacemakers. And then same order clashes. Pairing two firstborns or two only children can sometimes lead to power struggle or stubbornness, as both individuals are used to being in charge or having their own way. The scientific reality. While the birth order dating theory is a popular cultural concept, modern scientific research concludes that birth order has a largely I can't say that word. Negligible effect on board adult personality traits. While it may influence a person's role in their family or origins, it does not predict long-term romantic compatibility or relationship success. Sorry. But yeah, thoughts?
What are you
Thoughts?
guys? You're the baby.
Yeah.
You're the
Oldest.
oldest. You're the middle.
Yeah.
I'm the middle.
Oh wow, you guys are both the middle.
Yeah, I'm the middle. But I feel like I act like the oldest.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Do you feel that way?
I think if you're the only girl in the family, you have to. It's inflation. So like, if
It's
you're,
inflation.
so like you know how you're the middle,
Yeah.
you're the only girl. So I get why you feel like the oldest.
Yeah.
I'm not the only girl, but I still think I act older than my oldest sister and my older brother. Like I think I have a very old, like
Old soul.
not old. So I do have an old soul, but like I do think I act like more older than them.
Like
And so-
mature.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tour.
No shots.
I was
kinda.
gonna say, do you mean that like as a diss, or do you
No,
mean that as like
I love them very much, but I do think that they do a lot of things that I would never do. I would never put
Interesting.
myself in those positions.
Well, it's a trip because, like, for me, who's the youngest, I feel like one advantage that I've had of being the youngest is I've always been able to look at Julie or my older brother as kind of like a test for like life.
Probably.
And I'm like, okay, so they chose this path and that's what they got. And then I examine my own, like what I want out of life. And I'm like, well, they went through what they went through in a way where now I can build off of that, where I'm like, okay, I can see where life goes if you take their direction. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm like, do you think that's where the maturity kind of comes from?
Yeah,
Is that-
definitely probably seeing how they panned out in a way that like how their choices have like worked out for them.
Yeah.
Knowing that like absolutely not, I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So,
right.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense.
Right. Because I feel like that's how I feel with like when I see Julie or my older brother, is like I feel like they've helped me a lot, and like, oh, okay, so I see what they got out of their choices, and now I can like try and like navigate my own life. But obviously things are a little different. Like Julie's a woman, so I feel like obviously the experience is gonna be like very different. And then my brother's almost 10 years older than me, so he grew up in a different time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that like some of the lessons necessarily are one for one for the life that I'm living now.
But also I think it's because like I grew up around my younger brothers, like in the same house. And so like my older siblings, I didn't get to see them as often. Like they were in the same house. So that's why I probably feel like I'm older because they were already grown, you know? My
Yeah.
sister is like 6 years older than me, and my other brothers are like 10 to like, etc.
Yeah. That's why I'm always like, I have like a lot of empathy for only children, because I do think it's kind of a more difficult experience. And it's funny because my nephew is an only child, and the other day he was talking to me, and he's like, bruh, you know what's crazy is that I ask everybody, and everybody has siblings except me. and I was like,
Does he have little cousins or no?
Yeah, he has like cousins and like other kids in our family, and I was like, oh, so you want a sibling? No, because then if I have a sibling, I'm not gonna get the attention anymore. And I was like, that's funny, and I told him, I was like, you're tripping, bro. I was like, you're going to get attention regardless. I mean, I have siblings. I was like, me and your daddy are siblings. Do you think I got more attention than him? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, no, our parents, grandma and grandpa gave us the same amount of love. And he's like, oh, But it's enough to where he pointed out himself, like he notices, like, damn, everybody has siblings. It is, I think, a lot rarer to be an only child.
I think it is. I only, for the longest time, I still only know an only child.
Well, you know my nephew.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
I know one. I guess two, including the few.
Oh yeah, that's what we call the nephew.
I don't call it. Yeah, I call him the few.
You call him the few.
The few.
Or the neff.
No, I call him the few.
Who's the other one?
One of my friends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's an only child.
Yeah, and if anybody out there listening is an only child, I love you.
Are they a little different?
Only children?
Only children, are they a little different?
Just a little bit.
A little different.
A little bit.
I just feel like I don't know anyone particular like older that I think of that is like an only child. Mm-hmm. Usually they have like someone on their dad's side or something. Because like technically on my biological dad's side, I'm the only child. But since my mom has a lot of kids and such, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. You know.
Oh, I love your the butterflies on your shoes.
Thank you. These are my mom's shoes.
Oh,
she couldn't fit them.
Nice. I just noticed that. But
I was gonna say with the person that I know that's an only child, because you know how I said they're highly independent and accommodate to their own routines. She's really independent. Like she's really up there with like work wise and like her life. Like she has her own apartment, like, and everything. So that's the one thing that I've always noticed about her is that she's a very like tough person. Like she's a very like strong woman. And, like, she's very, like, independent.
That makes sense.
And I'm like, that makes sense because you're, like, an only kid. And so, like, I think that's what I've noticed. I've never noticed if there's something weird about them. But it is
I think
it's funny, though.
I think only children kind of remind me of the youngest.
Yeah.
Where this is obviously a generalization. Relax.
You already see the
relax,
as an only child.
I'm super. I can relax. They're usually, I guess the way I interpret it is that they're used to getting their way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like I feel like the youngest are used to getting their way to where.
Well, it's a trip because, well, obviously I feel personally offended.
Well, actually,
he's going to be the one in the comments.
Yeah, actually, as the youngest sibling, I think it makes more sense for an only child to be the oldest because they're obviously the firstborn.
Mm.
They're all of them.
Yeah, they literally are.
They're not the middle.
They could be.
They could be.
How?
But yeah, that's what I
So
mean.
then do you guys, okay, so like kind of going back to the sort of topic, do you guys think that birth order affects dating though?
Yes.
You do?
In my life, from what I've seen, hell yeah. Oh, okay. I'm biased. But I've noticed that for some reason, as the youngest, that what you said about how the relationship with the youngest and the oldest seemed to work really well. Mm-hmm. I like coincidentally, a lot of the people that I've dated in my life were the oldest sibling, and I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
And I'm saying coincidentally because it's not like I knew that, and I'm like, oh, I like them, but it's like perhaps the chemistry was just really well for whatever our birth order shaped us. But I've noticed that yeah.
I've dated the baby, and I think I've dated a middle child as well. I'm not sure. Can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, I'm wondering, damn, I don't think it really matters as deeply, but it does help. Like it does like the personality trait. I do think that the oldest have like you could tell when someone's the oldest for sure. Like I always notice that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can also tell when the middle child is always an iffy one for me. I never can tell if someone's the same
it's a
as
coin
me.
toss.
Yeah.
Why'd you guys get so quiet?
We all looked at each other.
I know. Well, I'm the youngest.
I don't think it matters. I think what matters more, or that I feel matters more in all kinds of relationship, is how your parents treated you growing up. Because
Do
I
you feel like the outcast?
Well, yeah.
Or like not the outcast, but like overlooked?
Me?
Yeah.
Be more specific.
So like I think as middle children, it's like the stereotype that we get like the shadow. Like we're like underneath the older sibling shadow. We're not really like that, the focal point and stuff like that. Like people typically just like forget about us type shit.
I feel like I always had a battle with it because I feel like I am the middle child, but I'm also the only girl. And I feel like there were times where I felt like my parents cared more about like my older brother because he's the oldest and he was the first baby. And then it felt like they cared more about my younger brother because he is the baby of the family. So it felt like, and he was like a little more like freely. And I kind of just felt like I was just literally in the middle and kind of like forgotten sometimes. But then I couldn't escape it too much because then since I was the only girl, they also try to focus on protecting me a little more. So it was kind of like, it sometimes felt like I was like, what is it? Like I disappeared or like I was kind of like forgotten. But then it also felt like I was constantly protected, like overly protected. So then it was kind of like a battle of me where I was like, so then which one is it? Like, am I being forgotten or am I just overly like protected? I think I always had that thought because I would connect to when people would be like, oh yeah, like when you're the middle child, you're kind of just like, they care more about like the older and the younger sibling. And sometimes I did feel that way, but I think I think the other part is the fact that I was the only girl where it felt like there was a different type of protection in it where it was like, it did sometimes feel like they catered more to the boys than they would to the girls in a way. I don't know. It was like, it's kind of confusing, but like, that's how confused I was like growing up too. Where I was like, I don't really get it. Cause I feel like I always have a memory where, my brothers were always hanging out and I always felt left out, but I was like, I know that they would leave me out cause I was a girl. So I was like, and then when I would tell my parents, they'd be like, they wouldn't really like react too much about it. So then I was like, so then which one is it? Like, do you guys care? Or do you guys not care? Like that was like always the constant like feeling with it.
Yeah, I can understand that. I think for me too, like growing up, I was like the middle child as well. So like I don't know. I think it mattered when I was younger, but not when I got older. Like when I got older, I feel like I started to like become more of like not the golden child, but the golden child. And I think it also made me an overachiever so I can be noticed. But also I think too, my mom is the middle child in her family. So I think she also kind of like, like we were like, we get it. We see each other type shit. So it was like a really conflicting thing as well. Because I used to feel very like invisible growing up. And then as I got older, I kind of like overachieved. So you're going to have to see me. So yeah.
It's also funny. I think my mom's also the middle child.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
yeah.
think so.
Well, I wonder if it's like a normal. Do you feel like what they say resonates to you, even though you're an oldest? Sense? And do you feel like sometimes you felt invisible in the eyes of your parents because they were focused on your sister? Do you feel like what they said resonates with you? Because if my response is gonna be a reflection of whatever you say, because I need more, because since they're both the middle child, that's like the same exact.
I don't know about invisible. I think I don't know. I think I've always interpreted it as the first child, like the firstborn, is like the experiment. Like, you know, it's like, well, I mean, if
like
you're
trial and error,
if you're a
sure.
first time parent,
Yeah.
that's your first time
For
being
sure.
a parent, right?
Yeah.
So that's the first kid. So I think that's why, by comparison, if you're looking at your younger sibling, you're like, bro, why the fuck are they getting that? Like, or the XYZ.
Yeah, totally.
It's
for
like,
sure.
well, they probably didn't know that that would be cool,
Yeah.
that they can survive that. Like, where it's going out, like, I was kind of like, well, I didn't really go out as much, but I think they were probably thinking like all these things of like, what if something happens? But then as I survived, they're like, she'll be fine. Like, if she does, you know. But that's why I think it's like it can feel like a different kind of thing. Like it's just like your parents evolving as parents.
Did you feel like a sense of responsibility more than you think your siblings probably had as oldest? I think it's more so with women too, like first daughters, because I know my best friends are all like the oldest daughter, and they always talk about this like burden of feeling like this big responsibility, or feeling like their parents kind of just like was like pushed them to the side once the other kids came about and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like it's complicated because I feel like I was at the intersection of two different cultures too, and so I think expectations culturally are different. Because you know that stereotype of how like the boy is always the Mexican mom's favorite, and then if it's the dad, the girl's always like the favorite. Well, it's like different because I had a Mexican dad and then a Chinese mom, and it's like I think expectations are a little different, which can be confusing. So yes, but it's not like, it's a little different than what I assume most people kind of get. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I guess I was gonna say that because I think, weirdly enough, I feel like we all like, despite what order you're born in, it's kind of rotationary, where I feel like sometimes some of what the oldest sibling went through or the middle sibling went through, I feel like I shared in those experiences, because I feel like sometimes when you have multiple siblings, the dedication and attention has to be kind of like sometimes more on the older, sometimes more on the middle, sometimes more on the younger. And I didn't make that realization, I think, until I got older, because I had seen more and more on social media of like people be like, if you're the middle sibling, you feel like this. If you're the oldest sibling, you feel like this. If you're the younger sibling, you feel like this. But to me, it felt a lot like, I guess, like astrology, where it felt kind of like a generalization. And I wondered if like we all actually always feel like this. Because like, at least in my experience, I felt like, funny enough, I felt like, oh, well, my older brother gets a lot of attention because he's the oldest. My sister gets a lot of attention because she's the only daughter. And then I don't get as much because I'm the youngest. But as I got older, I realized, like, I think we all just feel that way.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, just like a reflection of having multiple siblings. And so I guess I bring it up just to say that we're a lot more similar than we are like different. I think if you're a parent, it's like kind of hard to give 100% to everybody, because then you also have to give 100% to your partner. So I think it's kind of like, weirdly enough, like rotationary. So at least that's my theory. That's why I asked, like, because they're both the middle, so I need more of a, like, I guess, like a example pool
where they say if you're in a big family, like a lot of siblings, every sibling thinks the other one's the favorite.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
My siblings know.
That you're the favorite.
It's obvious.
Do you think mom and dad have a favorite?
Not anymore.
When we were younger, yeah.
What changed?
I guess we got older.
Yeah, I think we got older.
Who was it when you were younger?
Damn, I don't even know. Actually, I guess there never really was a favorite.
And then there was the opposite, actually. Our parents hated all three of us. We were leeches.
Who was the least favorite?
Who was the least
They had
favorite?
a least favorite.
I literally ask my mom almost every month, who's your favorite? And she likes to lie all the time. Like, I love you guys equally. Girl, stop lying to these people.
It's me.
Like, literally.
Well, what's funny enough is this came up like a couple weeks ago. What was it? Memorial Day? We were joking around with our older brother, me and Julie, and because my older brother had gotten, what did he get? A hot dog? What was he waiting forever for?
A glizzy?
When we were in the backyard, he got something, and then we were both like, bro, can you give me that? And then you were like, can you give me that? And then we asked our mom. I was like, Mom, he doesn't want to give me or Julie the hot dog or whatever. And so my mom didn't know we were joking, and she was like, how about you cut it in half and give one half to your sister and then the brother, and then I'll make you a new one. And then my brother was like, wow, well, now I know who the favorites are.
I'll make you.
That's funny.
So I do think it's like that. I do think that, like, one of the benefits from having my sister on the podcast and just kind of like being friends with your siblings, because not everybody's friends with their siblings, is that I think we shared in a lot of those experiences and feelings. Like, I think we at times felt like our parents showed favoritism to one or the other.
Yeah.
And so I think, to me, it's very healing as like a sibling or anybody out there who maybe hasn't shared their life story or has been blessed to have like a friend in their sibling, like I do with Julie or my brother. That we share. I think we all kind of have these feelings, and I don't think that that makes them any more or less true. Like, in terms of, like, I mean, I'm sure there's some families out there with fucked up parents who are like, oh yeah, my favorite kid is this one.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, if your parents are reasonable and they have a lot of love, I think they generally do love all of us the same amount. And maybe there's like feelings of favoritism, But for the most part, it's like
That's the young one, bro.
The young one, bro.
I guess fuck it, young person propaganda. It's like
I think they love us all, guys.
It's like that tweet.
All kids matter.
It's like that tweet. All kids matter. It's like that tweet. Have you ever seen it? Where it's like hot person. Wow, everybody in here is so nice.
That just made me think of, cause I saw this podcast. This is a whole nother tangent.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're talking about, is there such thing as ugly people in this world or whatever? And they were talking, it's Behind the Likes podcast. They were talking about how like there's no one ugly. Like one of the podcasts was like, there's no one ugly. Ugly people, like that's not a thing or whatever. She's like, no, there is. People are actually ugly.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. But
No. That's a good point, because that's another one that I saw in the comment section of people saying, because in that one of the like hot person be like, wow, everybody's being so nice and so cool here, and it's like obviously because they're really attractive, but like if you're not that attractive, you're not gonna have that experience. So it's kind of like a privileged statement to make, and so people in the comments brought that up, and they're like, I hate when my hot friends are like, no one's ugly. And it's like, you only say that because you've never been called ugly to your face by other people.
Damn.
So it made me think of that right now. You're like, that's the youngest sibling perspective. Cause it's
propaganda
like,
from big little siblings.
So I'm like, I mean, maybe, but I like to think that we all kind of had those experiences. Cause I mean, I felt the same way with what you were saying. And I'm like, but that wouldn't make any sense, because then how can we all feel that way? It's like, well, then maybe we're all just wrong, and our parents loved us all equally, and that we actually have more in common with each other than we think. But I guess hot person be like, why is everybody here so nice and cool?
Right.
So who knows? But
yeah,
that's a really cool segment.
That
Yeah,
is.
Interesting.
so
yeah. Anybody at home who's listening, see if it's accurate. See if you're the youngest, if you get along with the oldest. And I have seen the oldest sibling chaotic relationship with other people.
I have seen like the older siblings like date each other for sure, but I think it's because I think it just goes back to like how Brandon kind of said, where it's like how your parents treated you, and I think it does go back to like your past traumas, because I feel like those two older siblings have traumas that they don't ever talk about.
They were the experiment
So
child.
they were like, so I think because they've never been open even about their feelings and how they were treated, it affects their relationship because they don't communicate with each other. So I think that's why, to me, I was like, that makes sense why it doesn't work out. They just don't communicate, because they've never learned. They've never learned to communicate like their own feelings.
Yeah.
Because they had that like burden of like having to do and have all these responsibilities at a young age. So
yeah, I fully
think
believe
it's just
it.
more. I think it's just more like just your own, the way your upbringing was, and like your traumas that you have with like the relationships, your parents and all that.
Yeah, I fully believe it.
Because I don't know, I guess I never really thought about like the order age until recently, because I know that recently it became like a bigger thing, especially like the eldest daughter thing. But I never like saw it as like a thing that would affect your relationship.
No, yeah, totally. Wait, did you read a stat? Did it say anything about younger siblings dating each other? The youngest siblings dating each other?
It said
They're having a baby off.
a baby. It said pairing two firstborns or two only children can sometimes lead to power struggles or stubbornness.
But not
Stubborn,
what
because
they
they're
used.
used to getting their own way.
Yeah.
It said firstborns.
And only child, right?
Yeah.
And then it says
Dick.
firstborns
wrong.
often structured, goal oriented, and responsible. They tend to match well with lastborns, who bring spontaneity and lightheartedness to balance out the firstborn's need for control.
I feel like that's
And then
accurate
and then
from what
it
I've
says
seen.
only children pair well with middle children.
Only
Oh.
children pair well with middle children?
Ooh.
I have dated only child, I think.
Yeah,
And how was it?
Cause,
It wasn't that great because I don't remember much.
yeah, because it says only children are highly independent and accommodate for their own routines, and they often pair well with middle children, who are known for being diplomatic and flexible peacemakers.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that. Do you guys think that there's hyper independence can be toxic
Yes.
or? Oh, Okay.
Sorry.
All right, then we'll move on.
No, absolutely. I feel like it shows up in my life all the time. I'm constantly trying to like, girl, like there's people here to help you, and you are allowed to ask for help. You don't need to do everything on your own, and it's not expected of you.
Yeah.
You know, community is important, and I'm constantly making that like note to myself that like I don't have to make this difficult for me for the sake of making it difficult for me, or for the sake of not wanting to ask for help, because I know I do that a lot. Like I'm tired of getting disappointed by people, so I don't even ask.
Wow.
And that right there has been fucking me up.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because I saw, I just love like shit that has to do with like psychology and sociology. And there was this woman I think she has like a PhD in something like that. And she was saying that she doesn't believe the isolation and hyper independence is as healthy as people nowadays try and make it seem.
Mm-hmm.
That it's obviously good, but that it can be very toxic because we are social creatures who do need community.
Yeah, it's necessary. And I think it talks about, reminds me of like, if you guys, I know I talked about this before, All About Love by Bell Hooks.
Mm-hmm.
And she talks about how like you can't heal too much in isolation. Like there's a certain amount where you can, you know, and I think now that I'm like dating again too, it also makes me feel like, oh wow, like you're not triggered when you're alone, like in isolation. You don't know all the things that are like affecting you until you're actually being put to the test in a way. So it's just kind of interesting to see that
Yeah.
too.
Well, because I always thought of too where sometimes when like you're going through something stressful and you just think like you're overthinking it in your head, and it's like you've never been used to like, no, you should talk to somebody, and like somebody should hear you out. Like, and I think you're not used to that if you're always constantly like isolating yourself, or
and you're
like
so used to doing it for yourself. Yeah.
Where it's like, I think that's where the whole overthinking kind of like happens, where it's like because you're so used to just being by yourself that you're like, oh, like I don't need to tell my significant other that I'm going through this. Like I can deal with it on my own, because that's always how I've done it. And then once you get into a relationship, it's like, no, like you have to talk about these things and communicate. That's why they say communication is very important to like
True.
be able to just in general, just saying things out loud, I think is very helpful.
But why is it so hard though? Like we should talk about that. So why is it is so hard to like ask for help or like vocalize these things. Like it's so like, I know in theory like this is the right thing to do, but when like actual in practice, it's really hard to be like, okay, like how can I say this out loud to this person without feeling queasy about it, or like
I think I think it's like what you said. Like I think you've been met with a lot of just disappointment, and then I think the other part is that you don't always feel heard. That people like, you tell people, but you always feel like, no, like they're not gonna understand me, like they're not gonna side with me. And I think you sometimes have that fear. Like I think you have more fear of like what the person's gonna say. And like you're gonna be like, damn, like if they react this way, then like I'm gonna be hurt.
Not even allowing yourself to even give them the chance. It's like more so like, I'm not even gonna give you the chance to even get to that point to disappoint me. So I just like don't even do it. But like I agree. I think that's like a big part of it. Just the fear of it, like
fear of judgment.
Fear of judgment, fear of like being like disappointed again. Cause like I've just like, I think growing up, I've just been very disappointed in like the people. Not all the time, obviously, but like, you know, the things that are supposed to provide so much comfort and validation have not. So it's just like, damn, like I don't want to put my trust in that again. So
but I think it's also important to like talk about it, because I think even seeing their reaction is also very important, because it's like, well, if something even like worse than like, say it's just a small thing, right, that you want to talk to them about, but if like you were to tell them something even extremely like that, you would know their reaction. Like you would know if that's somebody you want in your life, because they'll either be supportive or they won't be. And it's like, if you tell them, it's kind of like a test of like, how are you going to be when I'm like in a crazier situation,
right?
So
but you know, it's a trip, because like I've enjoyed the moments in my life where I overthink something in my head and I haven't told anybody, and like in my head I'm like I feel like I don't want to tell anybody because I feel like I'm gonna be judged or like something, but then I do say it, and funny enough I am tripping like pretty hard, and sometimes you need somebody to tell you, no, you're tweaking, bro, like you're completely tripping about this, because I've had that experience so many times, and it feels so, I guess, relief, like a weight's lifted off my shoulder, because I'm like, oh, so I am totally just like tweaking the fuck out, huh? And they're like, dude, like relax, like it's not.
No one's thinking that deeply about you. The way you're thinking is deeply about yourself. It's like whenever I'm around my best friends who I feel like they see me, like they'll see me doing that little turn in my head and like overthinking and like, and they'll just be like, Janelle, you're human, relax. And I'm like, you're right, bitch, relax. Like I need to just calm down. People are not thinking that critically about me in the first place as much as I'm thinking critically about myself.
Yeah.
And it like reminds me of just like those time periods where like I'm automatically assuming the worst before I even like realize that I have no control over any of that anyway. Even if that was to happen, who's to say I don't come out on the other end even better? Because when does it not happen? It's just like so stupid how much we're in our head all the time.
Yeah.
It's insane, but it's hard to get out of it. So I completely understand.
It totally is.
For
But it does
sure.
feel so much like a relief when I say something, when I let it out, and I'm like, you know what, actually, I am tripping. Never mind.
And then also one of my things, because like sometimes I don't feel comfortable enough to say it out loud to someone else because I just feel like it's just too fucking much. And like sometimes I'm like, you have a lot going on in your life. I don't want to add to it with my own thing. So like I'll go on a walk and I do a voice memo. And as I'm saying it out loud, I'll hear how dumb I sound and how much I'm like really taking it to like the absolute worst of the possibilities it could happen. I'm like, girl, it really wasn't that deep. You messed up on an email and now you're over here having a whole panic attack. Relax.
Yeah. No type shit. Because it really is like that. Like overthinking is like, I don't know. I like what you said, because that's what I try to remind myself of, is like nobody is thinking about yourself as deeply as you are. Like, because sometimes like the most easiest example I could give to everybody listening is like, let's say you post something on your story and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have posted that. This is embarrassing. This is like so cringe or whatever. I promise you nobody's thinking about it that deeply. Maybe one person is like, oh, this is cringe. For the most part, everybody is more worried thinking about themselves.
And also that person is weird, low-key. If you're sitting here like, oh my God, why would they post this? Why are you? That's so weird.
Unfollow me then.
Right. It's so weird. Yeah.
I love reminding myself of that, because it's so right. It's like, think about how much time you're spending just thinking about yourself. Do you really think somebody else out in the world is spending that much time thinking about you?
Yeah. I think it's because we got into this place where we're like kind of like not surveilling each other, but in a way kind of.
Yeah, totally.
We're constantly just seeing so much of stuff. So it's so easy to like put your place on like yourself on a judgment platter because you're seeing so much of everyone else's. So it's easy, it's natural and normal, but it's also just like, girl, it's really not that serious.
Yeah. It really is that damn phone.
And also like I have had a hard time like posting on like my regular Instagram, like just like on my regular story. I like everything has to be close friends to me now. Like I don't know what the hell that's about now. Like I've never been this way. I used to just like post a random things. I'm like, I'm being annoying. I'm being weird. Like no one cares about this. No one's gonna find this funny type shit. I'm like, girl, this is funny as hell.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate when people. Sorry, were you gonna say, Julie?
No, I was just gonna say. I looked back at my stories. And I used to just post memes, bro.
Right.
I used to post a meme and I'd be like, all right, who?
We used to be free. I was going to say, that's why I really appreciate people whose stories are just like random bullshit. It'll be like their fucking fat ass dog, like taking a nap.
I used to do stuff like, well, not my dog, 'cause I never had a dog, but I used to be just like shit posting and not think too much about it. Now I'm like, how does this look? Am I missing something on here? Like, is that spelling right or whatever? And like, if I mess up on a spelling, I'm like, I need to go back and delete it. It's really not that fucking deep.
No. Gotta put the toughest part of the song.
Right.
I love doing
that
shit,
actually, that is art. Like, I really do. I pay attention to that, but it's like, girl,
man, that's just funny.
Use it wrong there, and now you're having a stroke about it. Like, come on. People out here ain't even spelling shit right too. So
like I remember I used to ask for like song recommendations and be like a funny meme next to it, or I'd be like, "Damn, I'm sick." And I don't know if you guys remember that Michael Cera where he's like this and then he has like a puffer jacket. But I used to put that one and be like, "Bro, I'm sick today."
That's funny. You see, I like that. We got to bring that back. That's why I appreciate people who do post just bullshit on their story. I'm like, you know what? That's what's up. That's what real social media is like.
I should have posted on my regular story about those freaky ass mosquitoes. This mosquito's been beating me up. They've been eating my legs. It's crazy. My butt, my face. I'm like, this is a freaky ass
Your
mosquito.
butt?
My butt. How did you get there? I had pants on.
That's funny.
I like those
mosquitoes, bro.
Like, really? What's going on?
Those jokes that are like, I swear the new mosquitoes be pulling my fucking
Putting it to the side is crazy. That's crazy.
New mosquitoes, man.
New mosquitoes, dude.
Crazy mosquitoes, man.
Get my ass beat.
Mosquitoes. So you can't hate mosquitoes though,
Why?
because they're all ladybugs.
Fuck mosquitoes,
They're all
bro.
women?
They're the ones that bite are only the
Freaky.
mosquitoes that I think it's something to do with nature. Obviously,
who
it
brought
does.
them
Something
here?
to do with nature.
Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Still
if you ever
Pride
been
Month.
bitten by a mosquito, it was a lady mosquito.
Mm.
Only the lady mosquitoes bite
Mm.
because they need blood. They need
For
blood.
their babies.
Yeah, for the babies. Yeah,
Mm.
I learned about that. I was like, oh,
I hate mosquitoes.
I had no idea. Yeah, everybody hates mosquitoes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
almost.
they're so small you can't even tell that they're there. Like,
Yeah.
I had heard that there's like they're actually trying to introduce like a new predator to kill like a majority of
What they
mosquitoes.
do now is they have the biologically engineered mosquitoes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that they try to release to flood the population.
Make
with,
them like sterile, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like, okay, I know you're not supposed to scratch the mosquitoes' bites or whatever, but it feels so.
So
I've
good.
been biting them.
Oh my God. I was having a deep romantic session and I was just getting in there. I was like, oh my, it feels like, it's like when you dig in your ear kind of type.
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
oh my God. And then afterwards it kind of like stings a little bit. I'm like, oh, you're
Uh-huh.
feisty.
Yeah.
It's a little
The only
No,
thing
no, no.
about like mosquito bites now is I used to just get like a little like spot, but now it turns into like a big like
Oh, yeah.
patch. I'm like,
I have a bump
damn.
right here. It's like a big old thing. Like it's made my knee kind of like swell up. I was like, I
Start
was in
Yeah.
biting
there.
on that.
I was in there.
Like
Yeah.
a dog.
I don't get bit by mosquitoes.
Really?
Yeah. I guess they think I'm gross or some
Nasty
shit.
ass.
Yeah.
Because
They think
he's
I'm
hairy.
gross. No, I think
I'm
it's yeah. I think it's because I'm hairy. But
No,
I
I'm
don't.
hairy as
Me and
hell
my
too.
dad both don't get bit by mosquitoes. it's
No,
a
but
flex.
he's hairy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my dad both don't get bit by mosquitoes. Oh, I'm
Bro,
hairy.
He's had that mustache since 4th grade.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my God!
yeah.
Did you guys see that TikTok where the little boy, he's like 11 years old,
Yes!
he has a beard? I was like, what the hell?
I sent it to you, and I was like, "This is how you swear I looked in
He
middle
did
school."
look like that, bro.
That's you had a mustache. And
I
like,
did have a mustache like at 6th grade.
Same
my
voice, too.
brother had a mustache when he was born.
Oh, really?
Like it was like a little bitty.
Little bitty.
Like, it had actual hair in
He
his.
was grown?
Yeah, he grown ass man. I was like, Jesus
He was born a
Christ.
grown ass man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Jerron.
He was fully baked in there.
fully baked.
if anything, a little too big.
He had a
Yeah,
mustache.
They
he really did.
what do they call it at Wingstop when they like you bake them for a little
Extra
bit longer?
well done.
Oh yeah, he was extra well done in there.
I haven't had Wingstop in a minute.
There's one down the street.
I don't really fuck with Wingstop as much anymore.
Oh.
I don't really like Wingstop.
Yeah, like
Unless they want to sponsor us, then
yeah, I
they're
love
Oh my
Wingstop,
God.
man.
Oh
It's
my
like
God,
that
it's
one Michael
so
Jackson
good.
thing. I love to tour.
Oh yeah, I love to.
Dude,
I
I
go
didn't know he
through
had that
hell
severe
touring.
of a burn.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Fuck
about
Coke.
that until like
Fuck
No,
Pepsi.
Pepsi. It's Pepsi.
Yeah, fuck Pepsi.
I didn't know that until like 2 weeks
And
ago.
also fuck Coke.
Also,
Yeah.
fuck Coke.
with Dr Pepper.
Yeah. Actually, Dr. Pepper is really
Yeah.
good. I
Oh,
don't even
Dr.
like dark
Pepper.
soda, but
Established in 1885. I know that off
That's
the top
when
of my
I
head.
started liking Dr. Pepper.
Is that what it says?
No, no. I
like, is
told
that-
you I know that.
He was
I
like,
just know that.
he was
You
like,
just
I
know
know.
that. That's so funny.
Okay, but moving on. Unless there's something left to say about the.
How did we
sibling
get
thing.
there?
I don't know.
I love that.
We always do this.
About mosquitoes and just
Yeah.
We were talking about relationships, the
Hyper
order of
independence.
birth to the fucking mosquitoes.
oh no, the hyper independence thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's
On
right.
how you should post whatever you want on social media
Post
Right.
whatever
with
you
no
want.
judgment. Who cares?
Post
Mm.
whatever you want. Who cares? You only live
Mm.
once.
I care.
Oh, there you go.
I'd be taking notes and grading mid.
I don't mind if you're a real hater out there. I don't mind that either.
A real hater is
You
But you
gave
gotta
me-
keep it consistent.
You gave me a view.
You gotta be consistent though.
I
Hate on
always-
yourself.
I always comment on your sunset posts.
True, you
Yeah.
do. You do.
'Cause I know what he's doing.
I haven't done one in a while.
I love a head ass post though. I love those.
A head ass post.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And when someone's like posting their person and it's like super head ass,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, like
That's cute too. I think that's really cute
I
too.
do. I don't think I've ever posted. Well, I posted someone on my story, but I've never posted anyone on my page. Have you guys ever posted? Well, I think you guys have.
yeah.
Have you seen that meme that's like, son, me and your mom are getting
Or
divorced?
following each other.
Or no, me and your mom are getting divorced because I didn't post her enough. Have you seen that? It has 1 million likes. That's crazy.
I can understand it.
People are very up in arms
Son.
about that topic.
I can
Your
understand.
mother and I
Are
are
unfollowing each other. That one's funny too. Son, your mom and I are unfollowing each other.
That's funny.
But anyways, Brandon, you have a super special segment
I
today.
don't know what's special.
Okay,
but-
sorry, I don't know what it's
It looks
about.
like
so.
Blue's
It flips.
Clues.
That's what I was gonna say.
The way
You know, at my job, I worked with the director of Blue's Clues.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I directed like the first few seasons when Steve was on.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so show
God.
respect, guys.
Period.
Yeah.
That's where you got it.
No,
from.
I fuck with Blue's Clues.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. I don't know if I can say
I
his
like
name,
that
but
shirt,
it's
too.
Cool. Blue's Clues?
Stripes.
Yeah, I love a striped shirt.
Yeah.
I really do.
I feel like it's too synonymous with him. I feel like I can't take it any serious if they're
It's
wearing
like the-
that.
Actually, I just bought one. I might wear it next episode.
Oh, there
I
you
literally,
go.
that's probably why. Yeah.
We just got a
It's like the
Letter.
green and then
Just
the brown pants.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I think it's a good combo, but you just look like Shaggy to me.
You gotta do a segment next week and do that. We just got a letter. And bring it like a crayon.
He was such a good artist, bro.
He
I
was
wanna be
drawing
him.
perfect
Yeah.
circles and shit. That shit used to piss me off.
You wanna
We're
draw-
in sync. Literally, our
I was gonna say the
shirts. We've been in
circle.
sync all day.
I know.
I know he had such good line work.
I know he did.
You think it was fake, or like he actually did?
No,
it
he
like-
drew that.
Okay.
He for sure drew it.
Okay.
Fake.
Don't ever say that again. Go ahead, Brandon.
Okay. So I'll start off with the question. I was just thinking of it because my commute is long to work, and it just popped into my head, and I was like, I think this would be a good podcast segment. So my question to you guys is, do you guys find it difficult to be creative when life is stressful? And you guys can think about your responses while I yap for a bit. But the reason that I was thinking about this is that I think creativity is a really important part of life. I personally find it very hard to be creative these days because I've talked about this on the show where I talk about my OCD, right? And I was thinking about how like sometimes if you're struggling with your mental health, surviving the day is the best thing you can do. But I feel like I think it's natural to want a little more, especially to want to be creative, whether it's like making music or making art or talking on a podcast or whatever manner it is. But I think it's actually extremely difficult when you're worried about something to find the time, even the desire to do it, you know, because I think sometimes you even kind of like forget that you have a passion for that. And so I wondered if you could, I guess, track if that's like a thing in science. And I found that they have done studies about this. And one of the studies that I found was that a 2013 study published in the Journal of Science found that that financial scarcity can significantly reduce cognitive performances. Researchers estimated that the effect was comparable to losing about 13 IQ points, not because people became less intelligent, but because their mental bandwidth was consumed by financial concerns. Now, in that instance, it's kind of like just about like financial stress and like, but it's, I mean, it tracks that if you're stressed out about something, you can only focus on that. But I guess I just find that interesting because I think that being creative is so crucial to a meaningful life. And then I guess another reason that I was thinking about this is that because I work at the museum, I see a lot of like, I guess, historical stuff. This wasn't there, but I was thinking about it. One of the oldest cave paintings they've ever found was dated to be 67,000 years old. So to put that into perspective, modern farming didn't start until 13,000 years ago. So that's a long time of people just figuring out to draw and make time to make art. And that's just the oldest one that we found. So there could be stuff that's older, you know.
Right.
But I think obviously to me what that says is that, yeah, it's actually very crucial for people to be creative. So then I go back to the question, how do you guys find it difficult to be creative when life is stressful?
Absolutely.
Mm.
I think it really makes you overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And then it
Right.
makes you stop wanting to like take time because you have to be very intentional when you're being creative, like especially when you have life outside of that, and especially if you're not getting money from it as well. So like that's another thing. Like sometimes I think we all are in this stage where like everything needs to be like a side hustle, and sometimes you just, you know, it's really hard to make everything a side hustle, even if you really, you know, want to or not. So I do think it does make you like very overwhelmed, especially if you're commuting to work and then you're working all day and then you're commuting home, and then like you say you have kids, you got to take care of your kids, or if you don't have kids, you have to like make sure your day is ready for the next day because you got to do it again. So it does make you feel like you have to be very like, I need to set aside this amount of time, but a lot of times you're just so tired and overwhelmed that you just kind of want to just like doom scroll, and I think that's how they get us. Like that's how they get us. They get us so overwhelmed and so consumed with like being a human and like being like an adult and like having responsibilities that you don't have time for yourself outside of that. So
I think that's an interesting point you bring up because
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I wouldn't say that this is like a big thing for me, but it does cross my mind. I think a lot of people's, it crosses their minds where it's like when it comes to their creativity, a lot of people instinctively think, how can I make money off of this? And I think that's actually like pretty bad for creativity.
Yeah.
Because I think for some people, yeah, obviously if you want to make a career of that, go for it. But I also think there's a world where for most people, your creativity is just for you and your family and whoever, and you don't make money off of it, and that's fine. But I think a lot of today, people can only justify being creative if it's going to bring you financial success.
Yeah.
And I think that's really interesting.
I wonder if it's because it's like we're in this day and age where everything is so expensive. So it's just kind of like, damn,
absolutely.
like if I can make this, you know, some part of me like make money and like ultimately be my career, it's a lot easier to like want to spend time on it rather than just like doing it for free. But I do think it's like you said, it's really good to have something that's outside of that doesn't have to do with money, because then it keeps you inspired and actually authentic in a way. So you're actually doing it for like not alternative things, even though it's nothing wrong with wanting money. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
it's
for
just
sure. No,
like,
but I also think it's in a weird way like a creativity killer for some people, because I think if you're thinking eventually like, how the fuck am I going to make money off of this? You do have to consider like, fuck, are people going to like this?
exactly.
But I think if you're truly being creative, you can't. You just have to be like, well, I like this. I can't really, you know what I mean? But having that money mindset forces you to be in that state of mind. I think that's a contributing factor to, you know, the creativity thing. What about you guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say very similar things. I think that it is hard to be creative when you feel like exhausted from work, because I think creativity takes energy. Like you need energy to be creative.
Right.
And so when it's depleted, it's very difficult to want to do something that is for yourself. Like for me, like I like carving, like wood carving. But if I'm tired and I felt like I've had a busy week, I have no energy to want to create. And this is what I wanted to say, because I think it relates to what you said about the phone. Is it's weird because I think doom scrolling on your phone is similar to the way that people used to say that soda is the perfect thing you should drink when you're thirsty. Is I think it brings this illusion of like, oh, it's like doom scrolling is easy because it's like it's to unwind. But I actually think it's the opposite. I think it exhausts your creativity, because if you look at the amount of people who are on social media, people are actually really creative when they use social media, whether it's like the way they comment or what they're absorbing. And in a weird way, I feel like it's stealing people's creativity, where they are exhausting themselves more by doom scrolling, which I think is like a whole other topic. But I think it relates to the rise in AI, because now, since you're so exhausted from, you know, just working in the real world, then you come and doom scroll, which also exhausts you, because it does exhaust your brain.
Yes.
That's why people can't sleep when they're doom scrolling. It's why AI is blowing up, is because it makes it so much easier to be quote unquote creative. But really, all it is these apps that are stealing your creativity. And if you want to go to the money route, they're also stealing what could be making you money. So it's weird. It's all tied together for sure. It's like a very complex and big topic. But to answer your question, yeah, it is extremely difficult to want to be creative when you are exhausted.
Julie?
Yeah, I would say, because I mean, when you're stressed, I think you can only focus on the thing that's stressing you out. So I feel like you do lose focus. And in a way, you also just lose inspiration to like do anything, because it's like you're so on this like specific thing that's stressing you out. And I think sometimes we try to be problem solvers. So I feel like when something is stressing you out, you want to immediately solve what the issue is that's going on. Because then, I mean, nobody likes feeling stressed, right? Like nobody wants to be stuck in those like emotions. So I think for a lot of times you try to figure out how to like get out of it. And I think you lose the focus of like you wanting to create or do anything. It also reminds me of like when they've talked about like writer's block, where sometimes like you're so stressed out and overwhelmed by a lot of things that you get kind of like writer's block, where you're like, I don't even know like what to create or what to do. And I think it does go back into like not feeling very inspired, or like just like a lot of those things. And again, I think the internet too is just overwhelming sometimes, where you're like, well, someone already did this. Like, what's the point of me doing it too?
Like, how can I do it any different or better?
Yeah.
Or whatever. And you're like, man, you're like leveling it up to them as well.
Yeah.
And so then it ultimately stops you from even doing it because you're just
like,
so,
well, this one got 10
Yeah.
million views.
like,
Fuck,
I'm not gonna get that or type
Yeah.
shit. Or
Well,
it's-
because I've heard like, you know, even like for us, right, it's podcasting, like we're creating this like environment for us, like this different artwork, and then there's people who are like, why nobody's gonna listen to me, like no one's gonna understand like what I'm thinking or what I'm talking about. But it's like, no, like once you like put it out there, you will find those people. You'll find people who have the same niches as you. Like it's just like putting yourself out there. But I think since you're constantly being critical about yourself, it's hard because you're constantly in that like overwhelmed, stressed area that it makes you feel like, no, I don't even want to try it. Like I don't even want to do it. So I think it becomes really hard, and I think it makes it even harder for you to even create something because of how critical you are about yourself. Which is like, just do it. Like it doesn't, I think, and I think too, like, I feel like people, like how you said, like, I feel like, people aren't using arts to really benefit themselves in more of like a mentally and emotional state. It's more financial now.
Yeah.
It's more trying to figure out how it'll benefit me. Like you're losing the true meaning of art, where it should be like, it should be something that comes out of you, of your own emotions, instead of like figuring it out to be like something financial, right? Which like is completely fine, because I know that growing up, like if you wanted to be an artist and people were telling you, well, that's not gonna make you money, it's like, well, you get discouraged, right, to become an artist, because you're like, well, it's not really gonna help me in life, so why become an artist? Like I think that's a totally different thing. But I think when you lose the meaning of like what you want your art to be, I think people start realizing that you're not being as authentic when you're putting it out, which is why it doesn't, I guess, in a way sell, right? Because your meaning to what you're trying to put out there is completely different than what you actually want it to be.
Yeah.
100%. Well,
Exactly.
I think that you bring up an interesting point, because, like you said, I don't blame people for having to, or thinking like, well, this isn't going to make me money, or thinking about it in a sense of money, because I think we've talked about it where it's like, what is it? Most people are 2 paychecks away from just being out on the street, or it's like some people are one really bad illness from being in unrecoverable debt. So I can see if you're doing something like, I don't do extensive wood carving, but I've done a little bit. That shit fucking takes time, right?
Yeah, it takes time.
Like, and if you're struggling for
Energy.
if you're struggling for money and you're like, fuck, do I spend 8 hours doing this even though I love it, or do I go and work and pick up a shift? I 100% get that.
Yeah.
It was really interesting to me. But I guess I have a follow-up question too, is like, so if you are being stressed, or if you are stressed, how do you then combat that and still find time to be creative? Because I think what I found interesting, I guess to give a little bit more guidance, is if it's 67,000 years ago, people in the cave are taking time to make art, obviously it must mean something for your health. It must be very important to people that before we were farming or building, they were saying, no, I got to draw this. Like, so I think obviously it's very important. So then how do you guys combat that or find time to be creative when you are in kind of survival mode?
I think for me, I've been like, actually, this is so funny that you bring this up, because I start 75 Hard tomorrow. And one of the, because I catered it to like my own kind of thing, because the other one was too much for me, honestly. But one of them is to take 30 minutes a day and just do something that's like creative, whether that's like working on this podcast or working on another one or whatever the case may be, or maybe learning how to sew, because that's something I wanted to do for like 2 years now. So, yeah, so I think it's just like starting off small and not putting so much like it doesn't need to be a whole day. It just needs to be 30 minutes. And if I want to go longer, I can go longer. Maybe just start off small for me and just see how it goes. So just being intentional, I guess, about the time I'm taking out for that.
Yeah, that's a good point. For me, I just like, if I have time to be on my phone, then I can use that time to do something else too. Like that's what I do. Like if I can be on my phone and doom scroll for 2 hours, then that means I could put my phone down and do something else for 2 hours. So that's my own thing, like, because I know not everybody is afforded that privilege, but for me, I'm like, if I can literally waste time, like even if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, by just going on Instagram Reels or fucking TikTok, then at another day where I have the exact same amount of time in my day, instead of going on my phone, I could put it down and do something else. That's what I do when I make time, because I feel like, yeah, of course we all have busy lives, but we do waste a lot of times doing shit that we probably shouldn't, whether it's like watching fucking TikToks or doom scrolling or I actually weirdly enough don't hate when people watch movies. I don't consider that a waste of time because I think it's an
Yeah, especially if you don't have your phone at it.
Yeah,
Just put it down.
I think it's like absorbing art, and I think there is also benefits to just absorbing art. But I also want to make the point of like I think it's important to make art and be creative in a space where it's only for you and not perceived by other people. Because one of the points that I brought up about how social media is like robbing you of your creativity, I think it's also robbing you of your own like self-image, because you can be creative on social media, right? People make memes or people post on their stories and be really creative with it, but you're posting that to be perceived, or you're making that in order to be perceived, whether or not you care about people's opinions, of course. They're still making that it's an art that's going to be perceived. I think it's important to make something that's just for you. Like for me, it's like drawing. Like I know whenever I can, like at work, we have like a piece of paper, like I'm always drawing, and the only audience member is my dad. I really wonder what he thinks about them, because sometimes I draw like little scary figures, and I was like, I wonder what he thinks of these. I try to freak him out, and then I come in, he threw it away.
He got scared.
What is that?
I know. I'm doing one right now because he's on vacation. I'm gonna leave it on his desk. He'll be like a little scary guy.
That's funny.
Yeah. What about you, Janel?
I guess it's for me. I'm still trying to figure it out, because I feel like I think I always think about how when I was in school and I was so well organized when I was in school, because I mean I was able to put and make a schedule of all like the stuff that I was gonna do, whether it was like going to clubs and actually like doing like school clubs. Going to school.
I was like, you put that on a calendar?
I meant school clubs. Sorry, I was like, I said that and I was like, immediately, I was like, wait,
I'm like,
let me
she
be more
put that on a
specific.
calendar?
I know. I was like, that's cool.
No, like, because I was
Priorities.
in like a like sorority life, right? And then I had that plus school, plus work, plus actual like social life, right? And I had such a great like organization, but like I feel like ever since I've gotten out of that, I haven't been able to do it again. Which is why I think now I can't figure out how to like balance things anymore, because I'm always so overwhelmed. So I think for me it's just more like I need to work on it, because I am very stressed out every single time that I feel like it does feel very like uninspiring to do anything. And I think too sometimes we put like excuses on things where you're like, no, like I can't afford it, or I shouldn't buy this, like I should save it for like something else, or excuses of like, no, like I just don't have time, like. But I think there is enough time to do things. I just think that because you're so in stress mode that it's hard to like
Take the motivation, right?
Yeah, like the motivation. I think I just lack motivation. Cuz I don't know, I just feel like I sometimes am like chill with like my own relaxation of like just being like, again, just by myself and relaxed, because I feel like because I've always been so used to just constantly working that I feel like sometimes I just want to relax and just like lay down or something.
Because I think being creative is work still. Like it takes time and effort. I think I find it an interesting topic, because I think art or just being creative is something that is a necessity to life that we have made a luxury and a privilege. Like I 100% get why you feel tired or unmotivated, because you do work a lot. You have like 3 jobs, and you have to do that. You have to do that. Or like you work full time, I work full time. You have like responsibilities at work, right? So I 100% get, and I'm sure there's people who are in far worse situations who work from the crack of dawn and then they get home, they rest for a bit, and then I work the night shift too. So I 100% get that. I do think it's really interesting though, because I think it's like one of those things that is a necessity, because I think art and creativity is some of the strongest community building and even relationship building things out there. And like even like if you just look at it from like one example, like a cultural aspect, like your shirt, that's a work of art. Period. That I think communicates a lot. Like if you wore that out, it's a work of art, and you're communicating to another person like, oh, this is what Janel feels like. I feel the same way. Versus where it's like, how could you even put that into words? Like, how could you put that shirt into words? You can't really. You would have to like sit down and have a huge long conversation. But someone walking on the street that's a quick community building thing of like someone would walk down and be like, oh, I'm safe with Janelle.
Mhm.
Or like if I wore that, they'd be like, oh, he's not black, but I'm safe with him because look what he's thinking. You know what I
Right.
mean? Or other cultural aspects where I think about like, I mean, I'm speaking generally, of course, but I know the Latino community has a very big mural scene, right? I mean, we've had Mr. B Baby on here.
Yeah.
I think that's also like a very big like community building device, you know? Like we have like the posters up here that are like you know, about ICE and stuff like that. That's also another facet of how people are building community. But like I think about how much time and effort and risk and that took somebody to make, you know, because somebody might make that and some of these posters they were giving us to for free.
Like the painting.
Yeah, like the painting was given to us for free.
Yeah.
But that probably took fucking 12 hours to do.
Right.
And all the
You know?
years of skill.
And all the years of
Yeah,
skill, like
for sure.
hundreds of thousands of hours. Like
Yeah.
it's a risk. And I think that's so unfortunate that something so crucial is now a luxury.
for sure.
And so I
Yeah,
don't blame
for sure.
people, like whether it's you guys or even someone who has
Yeah.
like a yearning to be creative, but just can't find the time or the
Yeah.
effort. Because I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but I personally think when people say that, oh, I'm not motivated, I disagree. I think you are motivated. I just think it takes so much fucking energy to do something, but I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything wrong with that
Yeah.
to like have to do that. Like, I mean, bro, you work with your hands all day. Like I've done a little bit of work. Your hands
Yeah.
get fucking sore. You
Oh,
cut
dude,
yourself.
I start sweating.
Yeah, you know?
I start
or, like,
sweating.
or like the people who do the gigantic murals. Like,
Yeah.
that's an extremely physical thing to do. Even strumming the guitar, you see people where they have the calluses
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like
for
that,
sure.
you know? Like it's a lot of effort that I'm like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But I think it also equally sucks that like in today's society, it's like a thing of pleasure. Like you can't, that's something that you do as if you're extremely privileged or you're lucky enough
Yeah.
to get to do.
Yeah.
Like there's that thing we've talked about where it's like most rich kids become artists because
Yeah.
they can afford to do it.
They have
Yeah,
the
the time.
resources. Yeah.
Well, think about all your favorite musical artists. They're like the son of someone famous
Yeah,
or the daughter
For
of
sure.
a famous actor. And that's
Yeah.
not taking away their talent, but it's like, hey, man, like there's probably somebody out there who could have wrote something even more or as
Oh, I
beautiful,
think about that all the time.
but they just can't.
They just have
because
the resources.
They just don't have the resources.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
like it's a modern
Mhm.
tragedy
I-
that's
yeah.
kind of pushed to the side, you know?
I
Yeah.
always thought about it because, like, I'm telling you that, like, I used to be very crafty before. Like, I used to embroider. I used to like paint, draw. But literally, once I like went off to college, I just got so overwhelmed with like schoolwork and like also on top of like joining an organization like a sorority or like even like a school club. Like it just becomes like a lot that you get so used to, and then plus on top of having work, it's just like you go to school in the day and then you go to work at night, right? So it was just constantly like not having that time that you fell out of that habit. Like I think that's what happened to me, where I just fell out of the habit of trying to be creative because I didn't have the freedom anymore to kind of do it, because I had to do that plus have so many other responsibilities because I was living by
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that. And I think that constantly just happens, where I think also for us, right, like it eventually became like you have to be hustling, like you have to go to work, you have to do this, like, and it's constantly like 24/7 of like, or else you're not going to get where you want to get. And I think we
Yeah.
kind of forget to do the creative side of everything,
Yeah.
where it's just like I think we fall out of those habits where
Yeah.
it just doesn't happen,
That's a
which
good
is like
point,
how you
yeah.
say, like, I guess rich kids, right? Like they have the resources,
Right.
like they have somebody to help them, like, and give them all these things, and like they have the time. But it's
Yeah.
like for us, I guess regular
When you have the
folks,
time,
like when do you
know?
have the time?
Yeah.
Like you're worried about paying your next bill. Like it's just like you lose that focus to focus on your creative side.
I
you know?
also think it's such a like, it's a saddening like loss in my opinion to community.
yeah.
Like one of a very very easy example that our audience I think could digest is oldies. Oldies are such a huge part to Chicano culture.
yeah.
You see it in movies. You see it. Go out on the street and you see a Chicano man or a Mexican man. They're bumping oldies. Smokey
Yeah.
Robinson. Smokey Robinson is a black man. And I think that's so beautiful because that's a bridging community
Yeah.
that they've adopted black art. This is black music.
Yeah.
That's become part of like, not even part, that's a staple
Yeah.
to Mexican American culture. You know what I mean? But I guess like if you remove that, or if you don't take the time to pay attention to that, you kind of lose that bridge in community. Like, I think that's such an incredible thing that the Latino community and the Black community share, that the music is like a very easy like connection there.
Yeah.
Because obviously if the Latino community likes it, obviously the Black community likes it.
Yeah.
I think Zapp and Roger, like, you know, I think that's really...
What an interesting story behind them too.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But stuff like that,
Yeah.
or like you see like a beautiful mural, a work of art, I think it also conveys like the abstract things of life. Like we were talking earlier about how like sometimes there's things that you want to communicate, but you can't. But I also think that there's things that people need to and want to communicate that words just can't do it.
Yeah.
Like words just can't do it. That I think a beautiful song actually can do it, or a beautiful drawing or a painting can, or a poem, or a shirt can do, you know. But I think when you're removing that, I think you're crippling communities, actually.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think for people out there who are like, nah, look at how like governments or people like will go in and censor art, or like take things out, or like you can't say that, or you can't write that, or you can't put that out there. That's dangerous for you to say. If it didn't matter, why would they do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think I just bring that up because I think it's something that I feel that I struggle with, but I also think I see it a lot around in the world with people struggling.
Yeah.
I think everybody should be creative, because I think everybody's a creative person, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone is? Or is there some people out there who just don't?
I really, based on, I know I'm going to go back to it, but I think if people are being creative thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, it's in your DNA. Like, it's in your DNA to be creative. I think.
And there's multiple ways to be creative.
There's
So
multiple ways.
yeah.
You could draw, you can make pottery, you can... Dude, I've seen some of the coolest things where I'm like, how did you even think to do that?
Yeah.
Like, how did you even... Like, I've seen people do Rubik's Cube art, or they just do Rubik's Cubes, and then they just... Like, how the fuck did you even think to do that? You know? So I think just something like that to me tells me that it's part of your DNA to do that.
Yeah.
To want to create and express yourself, you know?
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody. I think it varies in terms of, I guess, quote unquote talent. I think everybody has the ability to be creative.
It also doesn't have to be good all the time. Like, it's like...
No.
It's also just like sometimes you just need to put it out there, and then like as it goes and grows and stuff like that, it can get better and such.
I kind of think I kind of think creativity is a natural extension of emotion. You know, and I think as people or as animals that are
totally,
that are community based and like extremely emotional. Like everybody's extremely, whether you want to admit it or not, everybody's extremely emotional. And I think creativity is the natural extension of that. You know, whether you're crying and you're listening to a sad song, even though you're not actively creating the song, like you said, you're observing that art of like, damn, Smokey gets it. You know, like
what makes you feel the most creative though? I think about like what you just said with the whole song thing, and how like that will like tap into another, like it will bring out an emotion that wasn't there before. And so I'm curious about, for each of you guys, like what is something that like when you see it, it kind of like makes you feel like inspired to do something about it, or like inspired to like go create something? Is there anything that for you?
Not to be a cornball, but I really like poetry.
Really?
Like genuinely, I think like if I see like, because I think there's a lot of modern poetry too. Like it's so funny. Like people don't, if I've never met anybody who's really against creativity, but if there are naysayers in the world who are like creativity isn't a priority and shouldn't matter, I'm like, dude, but you're completely always being reflected and influenced by art. Thinking about your Instagram pictures, you're like, let me get a hard caption. Like and they come up with like basically modern poetry where it's like I must be selling fried chicken the way my outfits pop eyes.
Period.
Right? Like like that's fucking awesome. That's fucking poetry right there. So for me it's poems, like whether it's modern or old, like I love that shit inspires me to like just create.
Yeah.
Movies too.
I think for me, I think it's storytelling, because I also like poetry a lot, and I think that's a natural extension of storytelling. Like there's this one I really like that goes, in order for me to write poetry that is apolitical, I must listen to the birds. And then it goes on to say, and in order to hear the birds, the warplanes must be silent. And I think that's a beautiful story that I love, because it's saying, it's if you want, I imagine there's a man, he's trying to He's trying to listen to the birds sing, but he's hearing the warmongers, right? Like right now we're hearing the helicopters, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a beautiful story, but that encapsulates so much about the world we live in right now,
Yeah.
you know, and that makes me feel very inspired. And that's the kind of stuff that let me pick my words. I should, I know I can do, and everybody can do, that I don't do. That I think I personally feel like I struggle, or I feel that I struggle to express myself in like conversation or just straight out words, where I feel like if I was more attuned or made more time to do stuff like that, I would feel more fulfilled. So to answer your question, storytelling, I think.
Yeah.
What about you
Julie?
guys?
What was the question again?
What makes you feel like inspired? Like you want to get up and create something or anything like that for you?
I've always thought of like clothing. I feel
Mhm.
like with the way people sometimes make certain designs on like clothing, whether it's dresses or like a design on a shirt, or just like how people style it. Like the fact that like you could just cut up a shirt.
And it's
I've
whole-
recently been cutting up my shirts, so if you haven't noticed, but because I'm trying to do my spring clean, so I've been like I haven't worn this. I'm gonna cut it up. But I think I've always liked clothing. Like I feel like I've always liked like especially how I talked about embroidering. Like I think I've always liked that sort of thing. So when I see people like embroider something or actually just make like I recently on my TikTok I've been seeing people make veils like for weddings, and they're like colorful, or they put like what is it called, like rhinestones on them. I'm like, damn, how do y'all do this? And how do y'all have time? Because I know that shit takes hours, because I've designed a dress before where I put like beads on it, and that took hours.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I see people do that, I think the other one too is music. I feel like in the more like I guess technology, I guess. I mean, there's actual instruments too, but when I see people make a mix of a song and it goes really well, I'm like, wow, how did you figure that out in your head to like put it out there? Like I think for me, music has always been a thing. So when I see like a DJ like actually be able to like mix songs together really, really well, because there's times when I can pick on when I'm like, this didn't flow well, bro. Where I'm like, it kind of ruins it. And there's some people who are really, really good at it, at making beats, at making samples, like at using so many things. So I feel like music has always like made me want to be a little more inspired with things.
Yeah, I like that.
I think the like a mini tangent. I think how you bring up the like the clothing thing is one of the things that I find is so interesting, intricate, and deep, to say the least. Where it's like clothing's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And I know it's one of those things that I think, like how you were saying, like, oh no, it's not that deep. Is I think a perfect example of or clothing is a perfect way to disprove that. Because I think everybody engages in that mini art form. Most people out there don't want to dress in a way that makes them perceived as bad, or you want to dress nice, right? You want to express something. And I think about how, like, because yesterday I was telling you guys, I went to this indigenous event, and they had their regalia, and they were talking about regalia and how the beads and the feathers all meant something, or that they were trying to convey something. And I think about how, like, just to put it into, again, a more palatable or relatable way, Chicano fashion, or you think about the zoot suits, or like, yes, clothing is expensive, but then they turned it around and they're like wearing the gigantic Dickies or the Ben Davises and stuff. And it was a form of them expressing that I'm not going to fit into your status quo. Yeah. But they made it work because it's like, that's cheap clothing. That's attainable. You can get that anywhere. And so that's another example of that I think is really interesting.
Because I don't know. I've always thought, like, for sure, clothing has always been like an expression of you. Right. Like, I mean, there's the whole like punk and like goth, right? Like that's a whole part of like trying to be against like the status quo or whatever. Like, I think clothing has always been a way to express yourself. And I feel like, especially we were talking about it where we were like, we like t-shirts, right? But it's like they feel so like constricting, so then you cut it, right? And then it's like it becomes like a different style now. Like I think that's a form of art, like your own style, like because because I feel like I'm always also trying to figure out my style because I've always been so used to wearing uniforms where like I've never been able to just like dress myself and like actually like find something that I like. And it's also just really expensive, like we said, like clothing can be expensive. So then now people are learning how to, you know, reuse their clothing, like cutting it up or like making a different design on it. Like I think that's a creative way that I've always seen. Yeah. So when I see somebody literally like embroider or do something to like their clothing, I'm like, I feel inspired in that. And like that's really cool that you can literally make up something for yourself.
And it sparks reactions, positive. And if you're out there saying, no, there's negative reactions.
Yeah.
If Steve came on here and he wore a dress, you know how many people would not like that or say the meanest shit ever?
For sure.
Or if even like when women wear pants or suits and stuff, like, oh, that's not right. It does start a reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I do think it's beautiful because I think clothing is the most like subconscious form of creativity that humans have. Like, you ever give somebody or like a shirt, or you ever tell somebody like, "Oh, you should get that," and they'll be like, "I would never wear that." It's like, wow, that's because like in your like mind of
your
like
world,
your aesthetic and your creativity, that's just not your style. That, like, I think that's so kind of cute, like and beautiful. I was like, wow, you see, like it's so subconscious, yeah, because you have a style, even if like some people wouldn't, not everybody would fuck with the style.
Like like I like fun socks. Yeah. Like I like I'm wearing Christmas socks, but
in June.
They're in June. I love Christmas, so like I like that kind of stuff where it's like I think it's cute because it's like sometimes you'll be like this and it'll lift and then somebody will see it and be like, I like your socks. Like I think it's really cool of that, right? Like you like you said, like you find kind of like community and connection because somebody will compliment you and then you'll get into a conversation.
Or like you wear a shirt and like, or it's like a band. Oh, I love that band.
Yeah. Right.
Or like it's a quote and it's like, oh, I've read that book, you know.
Or
I love Dr. Pepper. I do like Dr. Pepper, you know. It's interesting. What about you, Janel?
I think for me, I think clothes definitely inspire me because just like seeing someone dress in their avatar any way they like is so interesting to me. Yeah. And like also I just like how unique people are. I love when people can be in a room and be them complete selves, and it could be, you know, whatever they want to wear at that moment. Like everyone chooses very differently and stuff like that. So I think it's very like inspiring in that way. But for me, I think I get more inspired by like, I don't know, people. I think it just all goes back to people. Seeing people be them all, like their complete self. Like whenever I can like see it and feel it, like it's like inherently like visible to me. I'm like, wow, like I'm inspired by you being able to show up completely as yourself. Like whether that's watching a vlog of someone in their everyday life. I know that they catered this and cut this the way they wanted to, but they did that. And like, I thought that was like interesting and such. And like seeing someone dressed a certain way, or like seeing a TikTok of someone doing something just like completely different than everyone else on TikTok. And I'm like, oh my God, what made you think about that? It reminds me of like this TikTok creator who like hears a song and they're like, this song reminded me of this meal. And so they cooked it. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing to me. So then it makes me want to be like, what out of box thing can I think about, like type things. So,
I also, I guess like, I'm sorry, I know this is going along, but a little thing that I also want to bring up too is that I think art and creativity is an extremely vulnerable act.
Yes.
And I think that's why it's so enriching in building community. Because like, yeah, if I was to say something that really bothered me, that was traumatic for me, that might be a little much. You know, that might be a little much for people, and I don't blame people. But if you were to put it in a form of art or in a song, that's an extremely vulnerable act that then suddenly becomes far more palatable and digestible. But I also think because of that vulnerability, another reason people struggle with creativity is a safety factor. You know what I mean? Sometimes people's vulnerable sides are not accepted. Yeah. Like whether it's people talking about their sexuality or their race, unfortunately, or whatever it is, that's not always safe. So that's also another thing. Like if somebody wanted to talk about right now, what's not accepted in society.
What
like,
is it?
Like if you want, like if you were talking about like, oh, I'm a gay man, and you were to vulnerably put about how like, oh, this is a song about my relationship with another man.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I understand how that can also be an extremely taxing factor of like a safety aspect, you know?
It puts a lot of fear in creating, and then you're constantly not actually creating, you're creating for other people to not feel that fear.
Yeah,
anymore,
to be like, fuck, how do I make this to where
it's
it's not scary?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Which
but
sucks.
that's why I like I said, I get inspired by people who are not afraid of that, like fear. Like
Yeah.
they're not afraid of how people are going to digest this. They're not
Yeah.
afraid of how people are going to see this. This is them being them authentic self,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
bold.
it's bold, it's free. It's like fuck, you didn't really care, but there is a limit. Obviously, I do think if
Yeah.
you get to a point where you're just being homophobic or racist, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like
absolutely.
in the whole normal scheme of things,
Yeah.
No.
when you're able to just be that vulnerable in
Be
that
who
way,
you
it's
are.
so I love that. Like even in moments where like it's not acceptable to like cry on camera or like whatever the case may be, or talk openly about how someone hurt you or an experience that you had where it actually shows you being like the bad person or dumb or stupid or whatever, embarrassing yourself in a way too, I think it's also like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
It makes me
one I recently found out that was really interesting to me that I love. You know the song X Factor by Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
That's about her mom. It's
Really?
not about a man. It's
Really?
sung in a way that sounds like she's singing about a breakup. It's about her mom and her relationship with her mom. And I thought that was
Wow.
really beautiful and impactful because it's like, wow, she's like, because I thought it was really interesting to me that
Wow.
it's far more palatable if a person's talking about like heartbreak.
Yeah.
But it's way crazier if they're saying like, yeah, I actually me and my mom don't get along. And that song was able to do that.
Have you guys, speaking of Lauryn Hill, because she has
Yeah.
a really great catalog, but
Yeah.
have you guys ever heard I Gotta Find Peace of Mind by Lauryn Hill?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Do you like it? That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite songs ever. Like whenever I'm like really down bad, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
put that thing on. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so vulnerable. It's so real. Like she keeps in like the parts that are like she messes up on. I'm like,
Yeah.
I love that. Keep the authentic. You know that part.
Yeah.
in.
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in. I
Yeah.
love that. It makes it feel more like real
Yeah.
and human, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what AI doesn't get.
Can't
'cause
get.
It's trying to perfect everything,
Yeah.
but art is inherently imperfect.
It's
Mm.
imperfect.
We're
man.
all imperfect, so we're
Yeah, it's a
mirroring
reflection,
art.
right? It's weird
Yeah.
to see something that's perfect.
Creativity is what makes me think people have souls. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Because like I love how you said like their avatar.
Mhm.
I'm like, what even is that? What do you mean? Like there's something inside you that you can't explain, but you can
It's
bring
in
it
all
out
of
into the
us.
world in some way.
Yeah,
That's
that's why
crazy,
we
man.
need this expression and this creativity.
Absolutely.
I think that's why you said it's like very important because it allows us to feel like ourselves represented, in
Hell
some
yeah.
kind of way. So
Oh yeah.
I-
See, we're
I-
all fucking
yeah.
Janel, bro.
Yeah.
Always catch the
Yeah.
line. Always catch the line.
I like what you said too.
Yeah.
Like that, like for some reason we live in a society where, like, expressing yourself creativity and expressing creativity is seen as a luxury and a privilege, but it's a
Mhm.
necessity.
Yeah.
It's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
in order for you to feel alive, in order for you to feel like you're a part of this connection in this society. So
Whoa, I
it
just
really
had like
is.
the craziest deja vu.
Are we there?
Are we there? Whoa. Did I just
Humans.
sense the future?
Humans need to create.
Yes.
They were meant to
Great, bro.
create.
Yes.
Whoa, I
Great,
feel like
bro.
I'm in a dream.
Let's
Well, you should
try.
look at some of those cave paintings. I'm like, how the fuck did you even figure out you could do that?
The indomitable human spirit.
We talked about
bro.
this too. I think where I was telling you guys about a documentary I watched when I was going to sleep. I didn't finish it because I was sleeping, but they're just talking about how like they basically spent like very small amounts of time working, and most of their time we're actually just like being in community, creating, and being their true self. So I think
Yeah.
like now that we've like gotten to the society where we're so focused on working and providing for ourselves and such like that, it leaves very little room to have that space of creativity. So you don't even know what you like or what you want or what you want to create. So that even makes it feel more daunting too. So
I think that's
Yeah.
why our generation or society feels like one big yearn.
yeah,
Everybody's yearning right now.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody's yearning right
yes,
Yeah.
now. Because they can't
They can't create.
They can't create. And look at us. We take time every week to come here and create.
Yeah.
And like that is like showing up, like we're not just a part of the stimulation where we're just like going about our lives and just like waking up doing it.
Yeah.
We're making a assertive effort to be a part of something bigger than
Yeah.
ourselves, regardless of where it goes. We're just actively doing it. That's fucking
Yeah.
cool as
Yeah.
that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite quotes, and like I'm not sure if we're nearing the end of the segment, but like it's a quote that I wanted to share to anybody who's listening and maybe has the time to be creative and is just lacking motivation. Is my favorite one is the one where people are like, "This is gonna take forever, but the time will pass anyways."
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Time's gonna pass anyways. You feeling unmotivated. You feel like learning like a skill or learning like what I want to do is gonna take a while. Well, guess what? The time's gonna pass anyways.
And
So you might as well start.
Exactly. And even if it's difficult, it's important for you to like take time for yourself because this life is precious, small, short. You don't know, so it's might as well. Like
It's for your health.
yeah, it's for your health. It's for your well-being.
It's for your soul, as Brandon said.
Yeah.
It's for your soul.
It's for your soul.
But that's all I have to say about that.
We
that's
love
all I
that.
had to say
That made
about
me
that.
think. I appreciate it.
That one was
Yeah,
good.
I love
Yeah,
that. That
I was
good.
wired in, bro. I was just listening.
Locked in.
I felt like
Locked in.
like I was listening to my favorite podcast.
I kept throwing lobs and Janelle kept catching.
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin. I know, looking like Chris
You know,
Paul's Blake Griffin.
I have to bring a Blake Griffin reference at least.
I know.
One,
We
more
have to
often 'cause
mention
I-
basketball now every episode,
every
I guess.
episode. The Spurs.
Spurs, bro.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
No,
don't
we can't
mention
talk
it.
about it. We can't talk
When
about
this
it.
episode comes out, well, damn, it'll be a whole different world.
It'll be who knows where the series would be.
Yeah, who knows? Because I think
Shout out Jalen Brunson. I ain't gonna lie. Left-handed. I didn't know that.
I
I
Jalen
like
Brunson.
him.
I do. I like Cat too.
I did.
Big purr.
No.
You don't like Cat? Is it
not
because
gonna
he's dating that
Oh
girl?
no, I do. I don't care who you're dating.
Big purr.
I like what he stands for.
Uh-huh.
I like that he's a great athlete. I just don't like watching him play basketball. I can't. I'm so sorry, Kat. I think you're great. I just don't like it.
Really?
You don't like his game? Why? What about it? You don't think he's smooth?
It's not. Yeah, I don't think it's smooth, but it's efficient. It gets it done.
You
I
saw what he
guess.
told Wemby? He said he can't fuck with him. He can't fuck with me
Right now, I guess you could say that. So
for now
For
until
now.
Wemby
I think-
turns on beast
It
mode.
reminds me of, I don't know who Tim Duncan was saying this about, but I was like, damn, Tim Duncan's actually pretty cool. Where he
Taurus.
said, he's talking about playing somebody. He was like, I played him before he was him and after I was me.
ooh,
Would have been nice to see what would have happened if we were both us at the same time.
Wow.
And I think that's what's happening right now. Like, you know, it's like one of those
no,
things.
Kat is a great player, and he's
Yeah.
been through a lot. So like
personally?
I
Yeah.
would be
like
very.
Kat.
Yeah,
I
I
think
do.
he's
I'm
funny.
not. I don't want to say I don't like him. It's just that like if I was going to say like people I like to watch, he would not be.
He's
on
not,
there.
it's not like watching Paul George, right?
Yeah, no.
I think
There's
Cat
no- there's
entertains
no
me
Erykah
because he has a
Badu
big
in the background.
personality.
Huh?
I think Cat entertains me as watching him because he has a big personality.
He does, and I like that he's always himself.
Yeah.
Big
I
Purr.
appreciate that.
And
Big
people
Purr.
bully him, yeah.
and he's
Bro,
still
I
himself.
think-
That's very
I think
admirable.
Big Purr's a good name.
It
I
is.
Think, I think,
Yeah, me too.
I think people try to make it like it's zesty or whatever, which isn't bad either way. But I'm like, I think that sounds tough.
What's
Yeah, I think
wrong
that
with
sounds tough too.
What's
The Big
wrong
Purr.
with a little zest?
Big
Like,
Purr.
There's
Purr.
nothing wrong with
Big
that.
Bodega
Purr.
Cat.
Yeah,
Bro, if
Bodega Cat is fire.
if the
Bodega
Knicks,
Cat is fire.
bro, if the Knicks win, they're New York legends, bro. So
They are.
I saw a
They
tweet
literally are.
That was like, Cat could go out into the middle of the street and shoot a man
yeah.
in New York, and nobody would give a fuck.
You know what cheap is? The cheapest ticket for is $7,000 or $8,000.
Yeah.
That's insane. I feel so sorry for those diehard Knicks fans who like.
yeah.
They have never seen their team
Shit,
there in like
yeah.
ages. Like
Yeah, shit is way too expensive.
so
bro.
crazy.
And in a way, I feel like it's
Prices
detrimental
out. Yeah.
to the team because I think then therefore the entire stadium is gonna be filled with a bunch of rich fans.
who don't really
They
care.
Are,
Yeah.
They are a whole bunch of rich men. So
Not all of them.
They have a whole bunch of celebrities.
Madison Square Garden. Did you know the Garden?
Got it. Look at you, that little
Yeah.
accent.
I know.
Came out. Don't
Got
you,
it.
you from New York?
At the Garden.
I know. Damn, the New York spirit possessed you for a second.
It's that deep.
Did you know that the courtside seats? It's like a process. Like they select whether. Or
Yeah,
not
I
you can-
heard.
you can get
Yeah.
Not anybody can just sit
in.
there.
Yeah, that's why
crazy.
they're like.
I heard
Spike Lee can
Spice Lee
sit-
talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
He
that's
was-
isn't that crazy?
yeah, that is
That's
crazy.
that's
You know
It's
they're
like
one
so
of the
class.
you know
that's
they're one
kinda
of the
lame, no?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
they're one of the few stadiums
Well, a lot
that
of
still have
their-
a live organ player instead of
Oh,
instead of
wow.
a
I wonder how their
laptop.
popcorn is. Did Steph Curry talk about that popcorn yet?
I don't know.
Because he was
Actually
doing the
don't.
thing where he was touring he was
Busy.
tasting every
Oh,
popcorn.
Oh,
in this-
really?
And LA has the worst, apparently.
busy getting.
I'm not surprised.
affordable
I'm not
housing.
surprised either. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you gonna say, Julie?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said he's busy getting rid of affordable housing.
He was like,
Yeah.
don't put them people next to me.
Affordable? What?
Not next to my house.
Poor
No,
people.
well, the people have just been pointing out how like the Knicks fan base is a lot of like rich
people.
celebrities.
It is.
I think there's a lot. Yeah, it sucks because I think the community should get to see them. You know, because basketball is the only sport where they're like right there.
Yeah.
Like in football, there's like a gap and there's like they're like kind of, it feels kind of separate. Same thing with baseball, but basketball, you just fucking walk
They're
out on the
literally
court. They're
right
like
there.
right there.
Somebody
dude.
did that on
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when
That's
people-
There's a lot of Knicks fans in San Antonio. Like, I was like, damn, they're kind of loud.
Well,
And that
I mean,
motherfucker is gonna go watch it. The fucking
Who?
dump Trump.
Dump.
Who?
Trump.
Oh,
He's gonna go watch. Really?
Supposedly, they had already.
he's telling
posted
people where he's
that-
going.
Oh yeah, they're not letting watch parties happen. 'Cause
They're
of
not
it.
letting watch parties happen. You can't.
You have to
bring
arrive
bags
2 hours
anymore.
before the game.
You have to arrive 2 hours before the game
Bro, Wemby should.
because they're gonna have a TSA style of check-in.
What makes sense?
Because Trump's coming.
Oh, because he's coming. That's
yeah,
why they're
he's
doing
gonna.
that.
He's
Would
gonna
Wemby
actually
need to
go.
go?
And didn't
if
they
he's
say
like,
no phones?
That's what people were saying, but I don't think that's true. I haven't found.
Okay.
I haven't found a source.
Would Wemby be the GOAT if he was like, "Fuck you, Trump," and he's like, "I'm not playing"?
Wemby, if you can hear us, please save us.
It would be cool if both teams were like, "We're not playing in front of him."
Yeah.
That would be cool.
You know what would be cool?
What?
I'm not gonna. Say
Oh, not on live. I know. We all know what she's gonna say.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
gonna say,
that.
She's gonna
I'm
say
not
if a
Best
random
wishes.
fan hugged Trump.
I'm
Yeah,
dead.
that'd
Best
be
wishes.
so cool.
"Best
I'm
wishes."
not
kid."
not a Knicks fan anymore.
Why?
You were a Knicks fan to begin with.
I was rooting for them, but now I'm not rooting for them anymore.
Why not?
You were rooting for them against the Spurs.
Well, yeah, I was like, oh, it would have been cool for New York to win, but
It honestly would
ever
be
since
cool.
this last game, I was like so annoyed by the people that I was like,
They're saying
'cause we saw
they're
it in
saying,
that
they're saying
Justified
woke is
Answer.
back though.
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, they're saying
Say
woke
something?
is back.
because of
his mom-
Wemby.
Well, because they're saying it's Mamdani's Knicks versus
Wemby's
the
communist.
anti-ice Wemby.
Yeah.
Wemby
Anti-ice
Spurs. Woke is so back.
Woke is so back.
I heard they came back in the game, kind of, and then like towards the end they had some turnovers. I didn't
Yeah.
watch. I like once it got to a point, kind of like was like
Wemby
I can't watch
fucked
this.
up.
It was literally Wemby's fault.
It was his fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was his first like big fuck up.
I genuinely think the lights are a little too bright right now.
The lights are looking.
Madison Square Garden is
blinding.
like the place to play, to be honest, though. So it's like it's the grandest stage.
Yeah,
of
we'll see. It's
It's gonna be.
anticipated.
I'm very surprised, and I'm glad that this series is seeming to be like a actually good one.
Yeah.
'Cause I honestly did not. I did not think the Knicks were gonna win 2 games.
Yeah,
I did not think-
Everyone is better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to
To
be
play.
better than Jalen Brunson.
And also, he's like making what
No,
is
no, no, no.
who Becky Hammond said that like you can't win with a small guard.
Oh, yeah.
And she's also used to coach for the Spurs as well, but now she coaches for the Aces. So it's interesting. if
No,
that
I don't.
happens.
I never went in downing Brunson. I always knew Brunson was clutch, but I think I did go in downing Cat because Cat has played some shitty defense before.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would be able to lock up Wemby, but Wemby looks scared, bro.
Look
He
at
aura
Dallas.
farmed with the he can't fuck with me. That shit went hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, Dallas Mavericks are terrible. Like you gave up Jalen Brunson
And
Luka. What is going on over there, guys?
Didn't they offer Jalen Brunson like $2 to stay? Dude?
What?
I'm dead.
They offered him. They wanted him for like a 4. It was a 4-year, like $50 million, which for him is insane. That's like Austin Reeves money.
Also, pretty cool to be playing like with your dad. Like your dad is your
Yeah.
coach. I think that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And his dad seems very funny to me. Like just very like hard nosed. Stop talking to the refs. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You know, his Jalen Brunson's dad was on the Knicks team the last
Yeah.
time they
Yeah.
were in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Crazy.
Very
That's
interesting.
crazy.
Wow.
Our basketball talk is over now.
I know. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I know you guys probably already. into
Well,
it.
we didn't do our LeBron acknowledgement.
Oh, oh hell.
we need to take a chance. We need to take time
We are in his
to
city.
acknowledge the king.
Boo, LeBron. Boo. Fuck
acknowledge
LeBron.
Julie, this is an acknowledgement.
Yeah.
I don't acknowledge. Well, I'm acknowledging him that I hate him.
Fuck the king. Yeah.
But our question of the week, Julie, what is it?
It's gonna piss me off. That's what it's gonna do.
Is it? I forgot
Last
what it was.
week?
Genuinely.
Oh, last
right.
week?
Yeah,
Last
last
week's
week.
is gonna
Oh,
piss
let's
me
see.
off.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
What did people have to say?
Let's see.
Mamma mia.
All right.
¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
It's
I
Christmas.
look for him
Okay,
because-
so the last week's question was: is it ever okay for a woman to propose to a man?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And someone said, "I think it's okay, as every relationship is different, but personally, I wouldn't." Mm-hmm. It's okay, but I'll be damned if it's ever me.
That's funny. So that's 2 no's.
I'll be down.
No, girl, stand up.
That's the one I saw. I was like, yeah.
Somebody just said yes. That's it. Somebody said, nah, bro. As a Latino man, if a woman does that, our families will clown us.
Whoa.
Oh, get the guy out of here. I'm kidding.
Okay, somebody else just said yes. Somebody else said, yes, it is, and it should be normalized and accepting in our society.
Wow. She said, fuck both of you.
Fuck me.
And then somebody said no, LOL. I mean, I've never met a man worthy of that, but maybe who knows.
Oh wow.
Somebody said no. And then somebody else did the little emoji that looks like he's going down like that. So I don't know what that means.
Means yes.
I'll say yes.
I guess so.
Oh wow.
And
My
then,
mom said yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I
And
thought that was
then-
crazy.
Oh,
I'm
people
gonna
are kind of split. I mean,
Okay.
there seems to be more no's actually.
And then somebody said, so this is a DM. Somebody said, I know my response is kind of long, but I love y'all show and wanted to give my 2 cents. LOL.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
shout out
you.
to you. Shout out to
Thank
you.
They said, I agree with Janelle in that I'm not getting on my knees to propose to my mans. That's a hard no. I have seen someone else give their take and ask, what is it with straight people's obsession with who proposes to who? Since then, I've tried not seeing it through a heteronormative perspective, but rather a more queer one.
Okay.
That said, I still wouldn't necessarily propose to my man by getting on one knee. Maybe something super intimate that's between the maybe something super intimate that's between the two of us. Maybe.
Oh wow.
I like that.
I like that response because I think it was kind of nuanced.
You're trying. You're thinking
Yeah.
outside the box. You're not letting society just like automatically put that in your.
Yeah, that was a good
Society.
take. I like that one.
Okay, and then another DM.
Oh.
Someone said, "There's no wait. Is it the right one? Yeah, it is. There's no rules in love. If this is truly your partner for you for your life, then it shouldn't matter at all. Hell, my wife asked me if we can get married before I could ask her. It didn't bother me one bit. Stop worrying about what others have to say about your relationship or marriage and do whatever makes you happy. It's happy spouse, happy house, not happy wife, happy life."
Wow. That was a good response
said-
too. I'm not
Was
gonna
it?
lie. He stood on business.
What'd you say?
He said,
Janelle.
That was a cool response. I appreciate you responding with that much. Like,
I like the happy spouse.
I do
thing.
like the
Yeah.
happy
I like that. I
spouse.
think that
Happy
makes-
spouse, happy house,
I
not
d-
happy
it-
wife.
But I
happy
think for
life.
me, it wasn't mainly because of like other people's reaction to me proposing. It's just I just no.
I thought it was interesting that there was a couple of them that said, "Yeah, it's okay. I just would never do it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot to unpack there, but
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Yeah, we'll go on a whole nother tangent. if
Yeah.
we-
Yeah. Okay, and then I think this might be the last one. Most women do so much in a relationship. Like, damn, the least he could do is go down on one knee and propose. LOL.
Right.
sure.
That's fair.
I think that's all of them.
Wow.
Let me just double check. Because sometimes I'd be sorry,
No,
y'all. I'd be
there,
missing
There
them,
was a good
y'all.
amount of responses. Wow.
Yeah.
So
I know
people-
there was people who left comments like on the YouTube.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Talked
really?
about it.
Really?
Yeah, let me.
They commented on YouTube? Thanks,
Yeah.
They,
Hey,
al-
shout
they always
out.
do.
People do
There's
be
comments.
commenting.
Did you ever
What
see the one where
mean?
people said that some commenters said that you're one of the main reasons they still watch?
Oh
Me?
wow!
Yeah.
Hey,
They said that you approach every conversation like with care, that you genuinely like.
You should read the YouTube comments. bro.
Guys, I'm sorry.
is anyone saying I'm pretty on there? That's
It was the episode where it was just you and me.
And people have
But
said
did
that
they
you're
say
pretty cool.
Oh,
Did they say I was
yes.
handsome?
Did they say it's because I'm handsome?
Okay,
I care about my
so
pierce,
these
not
are the
my heart.
these are the comments. There's only 2 on YouTube that I can see. The first one said, "I can see a guy being really supportive to a woman and she sees him as special enough to propose marriage to him." And then this one said, "I think I understand Julyssa and Janelle's point about women proposing. As men in a patriarchal society, we are in a position of power that frames proposals as us taking ownership of a relationship. That might make it seem like a woman proposing would be doing the same thing, but women aren't in the same position of power. So the context switches from taking ownership of a relationship to begging someone in a higher social standing to answer your request. It has the same problem as like asking your boss for a promotion instead of that boss approaching you to give a promotion. One scenario is someone with more leverage offering you something, while the other is approaching that person with the hope that they'll be gracious enough to give you what you want. Plus, I think society views asking for things as a kind of forfeit of power. You're kind of letting your fate be determined by the person you're asking. In that sense, a woman proposing to a man is another way for her to give up ownership of the situation to that man. she's at the mercy of his answer.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really
What
well
is their
articulated.
name?
Yeah, because I was like that
That's
one's actually really good because I think it actually did a really good job of articulating what you were saying.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what I kind of like, what I think I wanted to say, but I just couldn't find the words for.
I'm convinced.
That was really good. Wow, that was really good.
I mean, just a small thing, right? Like what we talked about in that topic, where it's like, I think we're just not at the same levels. That's why it's kind of frowned upon.
Mm-hmm.
And like how I said in that segment, I was like, we're just not there yet to like fully, like, for I guess that to be like an okay thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
crazy though. That was
wow.
very
Yeah.
well put.
Those are some great responses.
Yeah, they
That's what
were.
I'm fucking talking
Yeah,
about.
that was a really
Yeah.
good response, guys.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love that community.
But
like
yeah,
that
I think
whole
those are
picture.
all of them. I'm so sorry if I missed them. It's just hard to find all
Wow, I
the
didn't know people were so
these.
nice in the comments.
It-
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Guys,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, it was the episode where it was just you and me, because because they were referencing that we were like, I know, are the least favorite members of the pod, and someone was
Oh.
really nice and was like, actually, I've been watching you guys for so long because of Brandon.
Wow.
Spin up? Nah.
Stop doing that
It gets
because
to
they
his
want you
head.
to
I know.
take it.
You saw how
It's
immediately
going-
it
it's
got
going
to his
to my
head.
head.
I just caught on to what you said.
It immediately got to his head. It's like, wow, Brandon merch?
That's funny as
Merch
fuck.
is
Just have the
hilarious.
camera on just me.
You're like, do we really need you in there? Your voice is
They'll
already
hear
in
you
there.
guys, but they'll
He's
see
like,
me.
I'm the star
Right.
of the show.
That's so funny.
Merch got me.
What's
Wow,
our
those-
question for this
yeah.
week?
All right, so for this week, it's what's something you wished you could say to the person that broke your heart? Man, fuck you.
It's hard to take this serious. Oh, man.
First off,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You were a terrible person.
Mm.
I don't know if you still are, but you probably still are.
Mm.
And yes, I do hate you.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Ooh.
So we're going to have completely different responses.
I know. I was like, you guys were talking about it before, and you guys were like, "Thank you, for helping me." But like, nah, fuck
Thank
that
you.
person, bro.
Like, thank you so much. I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that.
You helped me grow.
You helped me grow into the person I am today, which I've definitely been there. So I completely understand. Damn. What would I say to this person? Is it okay to not say anything? I don't think I would say anything. I have nothing to say at all.
No,
Yeah, that's a good
that's a
response.
cop out.
That's a
No.
response.
It is
No.
no, it kind of
Just
is
kidding.
because there's really nothing good, bad, or like I have nothing negative. I'm like, I feel like anything I would say would be very cliche because it is like you did
Yeah.
help me in a way, but also like I want to give you all the credit because I definitely did all the work. But
Yeah.
For sure.
but no, there was really nothing to say. I think there it was. Also, I don't like to minimize what that situation meant to me anymore. I think I used to do that a lot, where I'd be like, oh, like I have no exes.
Oh, it's like,
type
oh, I don't give a
shit.
fuck anymore.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's me still in a hurt space. Like I'm not
I
there
agree.
anymore. It's more so
Yeah.
just like that was a time period. I felt that way. I don't want to minimize how I felt
Yeah.
in that time period because that's what I felt, and I feel like I'll be doing myself a disservice by saying that that meant nothing to me because obviously it did. It shaped me in a way that a lot of us get shaped by in
Yeah.
relationships and such. So, kudos.
Yeah.
Kudos, toodaloo, whatever. Bye.
Todo
Thank you.
Chido.
It was good.
Yeah.
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 I think mine is very chill. Well, I think if I had to say something,
I had
to say
something. Let's run it back.
Ball up top.
let's run it back. It's fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
No, I would honestly just say that I hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's what I mean by, but I think it's because everybody's like experience going through heartbreak is different. I never thought that the one that at least that I'm specifically thinking of, I didn't think it was as terrible as other people's heartbreak has been, where they like were in cheating situations or
Yeah.
like they were being played like crazy. I think it was just a natural occurrence to our dynamic. And so to me, I have no malicious intent. All I can say is that I hope you're doing good. Because I don't know. It would feel worse for me to be like, eat shit and die. But also, that's my own situation. If other people obviously experience abusers and fucking assholes, then you're fully valid to be like, fuck you, kill yourself. right? Damn, that's the second week in a row I said that. My bad.
But sometimes.
But yeah, but I mean, people have
again.
people have fucking evil exes, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I know my response isn't accurate to what other people have experienced, but that's all I can say.
I guess it's kind of similar to what both of you guys are saying, but here's what I think about. I feel like what do you mean by heartbreak? Like, because I guess in my mind, or like what I've seen in movies, my interpretation of it is it's like, oh, the one that got away and shit like that. But I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
what, and then when people are talking about like horrible situations, that to me doesn't feel like heartbreak. That feels more like trauma. So that's why I'm like, that's why I feel like I don't feel like I can relate to heartbreak. I think I'm just more like, well, it's like you. It's like it is what it is. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, mine was more directed to an ex-friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine wasn't a significant.
You know what's
other.
funny? Funny enough,
It was
me
a
too.
friend. Mine is a friend.
Okay, if we could do that, then let me think. Okay.
I got time now.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
I got a whole list. Let's actually
Hold
cut
on,
up.
I have it here.
Yeah, because I was thinking more of like somebody who betrayed me and really disappointed, and it actually did break my heart to know that this person actually betrayed me and like did these things to me. That was a friend, you know, that like you very much well trusted. Like that's why I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Yeah, because if it's in that capacity, then I can relate to heartbreak. If it's like
Well,
family.
that's why I didn't say like in a relationship or anything, or like in like specific to anything, because I think I was thinking about it generally, because we've always talked about like the whole like forgiving or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I was like, well, what is something like, especially when like we're in a day and age where you can literally block people, and it's like,
Can you really though? Because I can block people and they can still see my stuff. Because
I
you
don't
can block people back now. How can you block someone who blocked you?
I don't
That's
know.
so insane to me.
I
Sorry.
don't know.
but that's what I was thinking about. That's why I was like, what's something you wish you could say to the person that broke your heart?
Yeah, because for my response, not to be corny, but at least like 60% of it is also geared to myself, because I feel like I broke my own heart. And so when you first asked me that question, the first person I thought of was myself, which is why my response is, well, I hope you're good, because obviously I made the actions to break my heart.
Yeah.
And
How?
all I can hope is, what'd you say?
Like by how?
Putting myself in a situation that I feel like was very clear that was not good for me, but I did out of either at the time I was insecure or low self-esteem or was in denial. So all those things had to have been actions that I took and had to have been something that I put myself into. And so in a lot of ways, and then the action of like ending this specific relationship was my own choice too. So in a way, it was only me who broke my own heart. So in that way, that's what I mean with my response of like, I just hope you're good, because I just hope you're good.
damn, man. How do I articulate it? What would I say? Damn, like in the scenario, are they like right in front of me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You just cross back. You're at the grocery store and you like see them.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That's awkward. Hey,
Ooh, man. Fuck.
But they approach you. They're like, "Hey."
Fuck.
I honestly think I would just walk away. I don't think I would say anything.
I'd just be like,
honest
I'd
with
be like, oh,
Yeah, same. Like, I don't know. I think I flip flop where
I think
like,
that's a good response.
I think I flip flop where I'm like, I would not want to say anything, but then there's a part of me that's like,
Stand up for yourself.
yeah, but also like, I think when it comes to like, I think because I'm talking in a non-relationship way. I think there's a part of me that feels like, nah, like, what's your problem? Like, what the fuck was that about? You know? But I think I don't mean it in like a let's fight type of way. It's more like, I don't know.
Like clarity?
Yeah. Well, I think where I find the dilemma is I often feel that when it comes to like those type of relationships, the frustrating part for me is that the reality is they don't ever see that they did something wrong. And so when you approach it that like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
It's like, I think there's a part of you that's like wanting them to acknowledge that what they did is wrong, and that's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm like, I guess just walk away. But
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think
not
that
fun,
feels
yeah.
like that makes you feel like, I don't know if you feel the same way, like kind of
Yeah.
like
Like I didn't get to like
There's
express.
there's no catharsis.
Yeah.
So there's a part of me that like I guess wants to be like, what's your problem, asshole? Like, you know, like and make it a problem.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think for me too, like especially like sometimes like I want to walk away in those situations, but a part of me deep down will want to like actually say the things that would really make me feel better. But would it actually make me feel better? Because I think when time passes, it doesn't seem as like heavy anymore, so it doesn't seem worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like I think in the beginning when I'm first heartbroken, don't catch me outside because we might have some issues. But like once like I actually digest it and I actually see that like people are human and they're not actually doing things to like, and well, people do intentionally try to hurt you, but like I'm just saying like I don't need to take it personal all the time, and I can make it, you know, a lot different.
Well, it's interesting because like, have you guys ever confronted anybody in that way? Because I've done it, and I felt horrible after. I don't think I was wrong. Like, I think I'm still right, but I didn't feel good after. I was kind of like, I just kind of feel like an asshole.
Like, confront somebody who did you wrong?
Yeah, like, and be like, what's your problem? Like, you know, be like, what the fuck?
I don't think I've never done that.
I think somebody has noticed that my attitude changed, and they asked me. But I think it's just for me, like in a specific situation that I'm thinking of, like they made me like I was so angry when it happened that I felt like if I approached them, I would have said some crazy shit to them because like we were friends, right? Like I knew some deeper stuff about them, and I was like, that's not right. That's not right for me to do. Like to start throwing shit at their face that they like confess to me in a very vulnerable state. So I'm like, I can't do that. So then for a good while, I was like, I need to avoid, or else like I'm just gonna like go off on them. Yeah. And so then when I finally like took my space, that's when they noticed, and they like asked me, they were like, also like I noticed this, but then they knew why, because they like asked me, they were like, oh, like I know that it's because of this, and I was just like, yeah, pretty much I'm still, because then after when they like talked to me about it, I just started crying, and I was like, I'm still hurt, like it still hurts me. I can't even like look at you right now, like like I just feel like I just don't even want to talk, bro. Like I was like, just give me my space. I need my space. That's all I need.
Damn, I can't look at you. It's crazy. Get the fuck away! I can't even look at you.
It's funny, just like small tangent, but the confrontation, I feel like the people I have confronted though, it was like not that serious for me in my perspective. Like the one I could think about was one time I threw like a party at my own house, and this guy that I didn't even invite threw up and like embarrassed himself.
I remember that.
And I confronted him, and I just told him he was a fucking asshole. And I told him to, and literally he's never invited to my fucking house ever. And he was just like, I'm sorry, I'll make it up. So it wasn't anything. I didn't feel like an asshole because I was like, you're the fucking asshole. I didn't even invite you, bro. Why'd you come?
I just think it's interesting or like the frustrating part is like, man, you weren't the bigger person. Why do I have to be the bigger person?
Yeah.
You know, like, but then it's like, if you aren't, it's like, well, you're betraying who you are, you know? And so it's
frustrating. It's frustrating.
Me when I get you.
Me when I get you.
I think sometimes being the bigger person is not necessary. I think sometimes you need to go low.
Really?
I don't think you
when
always
they
have to
go
be the
low, I go lower.
Like sometimes it's necessary in order to like, just like in certain circumstances. I'm not saying every circumstance qualifies for that, but I do think sometimes it's necessary to be like, no, you want to take it to hell? I'm about to take it deeper than hell. I don't even know if there's deeper.
See, I feel like a gigantic asshole. Like I feel like almost that me doing that hurts me more than the original thing.
Yeah,
but I think
I've never done it though. Honestly, no more I think about it.
No, I don't think it's wrong.
It,
I don't think it's wrong to do that. But I think I struggle to do that. Like I can't.
I think it's case by case. It depends on who the type of person you are. Because some people could probably beat that. Like someone will go low, I'll go lower and be satisfied with that. But you, who you are, or even me, I don't think I could do that. I got to show mercy.
It sounds good in theory.
Yeah.
But like actually putting it in action, I don't actually think I could. It's more so just like I will have the thoughts of it, what I could do. Yeah. But I probably wouldn't act on it.
Yeah. And we could live with that, but other people would not be able to live with that.
I just think that it's we've been so used to, you know, like being the bigger person, like hearing that, or like when they're like turn the other cheek or whatever, like like
I ain't no lop though, bro.
But yeah, like in that, right? Like it's just like we've learned to like, you have to forgive.
Yeah.
You have to be the bigger person in this situation, but you're not the one who caused it. So why do you have to be the bigger person?
That's what
So,
I mean.
like-
But it's person to person. Because like for
Yeah.
me, like I would feel satisfied being the bigger person, but like for other people, they won't.
Yeah.
So I'm like, maybe it's just case by case.
Yeah.
Maybe for some people it works. Whatever makes you feel satisfied in your soul.
Yeah,
sometimes-
whatever size.
And then sometimes like giving no reaction feels so good because I'm like, you don't even know how I feel about you. You just know
Yeah.
that you can never hear from me, see me, talk to me, any type of ever.
Just
Like
doing
I think that
curses.
feels. That
Putting
also,
curses on
yeah. You don't know what I'm doing with these little dolls.
I'm dead.
Creating a
Yeah.
potion.
Especially because I be telling people I'm a witch too, so like, I know that probably
Don't fuck with her.
you're having
Don't
a
fuck with
terrible
her.
day. It's because of me.
That's why I steal some of their hair.
I'm dead.
Just scary.
Yeah, but good
Well, yeah.
conversation.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
I wonder. I'm excited to hear everybody's replies. I hope this is encouraging everybody to keep replying to our stories.
Oh, and also we have a voicemail
Oh, yeah.
coming out. Yay! So next month,
Yes.
pretty much, we'll have like you will send some good news over to our phone. You can send us a voicemail. The phone number is actually, I think I have the phone number.
We could edit it in.
Yeah.
Julie will do the flashing.
Yeah.
Call now.
Call now.
Call now and
You
you
need
know
to
tell us your good news. It could be big, small. It could be whatever you like. Don't. No, I saw it.
Can it really?
Or it could
though?
be you just
She's seeing shit
graduated.
now. I didn't even make a reaction.
I felt it. I felt the spirit. It could be good news, whether it's also good news. So it could be you graduating, you feeling better about life, you being more creative with something creative you're doing right now. So you can call us.
If you want
let us
advice.
Also, if you want
If you want
advice.
advice,
Am I the asshole?
tell us. Do that, please.
Oh my God! Yeah.
please.
What's the number?
Just
I have
whatever
to
you
download
want.
Canva again.
Cheeseman, confessions, statements,
Oh, you sent it to us.
manifestos,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
anything. We take it
Let
all.
me check that.
What?
Nothing. He said we take it all, and I was like, I
Oh.
was like, whoa, buddy,
Slow your roll.
slow your roll, buddy.
Okay, the phone number is, you can leave a voicemail at 424-234-6595. So the phone number again is 424-234-6595.
Hey,
Call in.
Yeah, call
Call in,
in.
leave a message, ask me anything.
Yeah.
Oh, tell us some confessions, like something
Confessions,
crazy. If
crazy
you want to
shit,
anonymous.
Tell some
Anonymous.
crazy drama that
It is
we're not-
anonymous, right?
Tell
Yeah.
some crazy drama, dude.
You can say your
Like,
name if you want.
Okay.
Crazy drama. I want to hear
Yeah.
crazy drama. What's going on at work?
Tell us the
Who
tea.
fucked
Yeah.
who? You
Let
know,
us
what
know.
happened?
Who fucked who?
What
Who
happened?
fucked whose baby mama?
What happened, bro? I want to know. Tell
Oh,
me
we
the
nosy.
cheese,
We want to know. We're excited.
Oh, we should
We're
cha-
so
we
excited.
should change it to Cheesemo. Let's put that right there.
Cheesemo?
Cheese-
Instead of God.
Cheeseman.
Cheesemo. How do you say it?
No, that's the name of the phone. Cheesemo.
Oh.
Called Cheesemo.
Okay.
Yeah.
But call in.
Todo Cheeseman.
We should get like a prop phone,
That's
and
not bad.
when we're listening to the voicemail, we're like, oh,
Hello.
Oh my
Caller?
God, yeah.
Like,
I'm not-
oh, we looking
Yeah.
good. Okay,
Wonderful.
we'll write that down. We'll put that in.
Write that
We'll
down,
see
write
if our
that down.
budget is
creativity in motion, guys.
there. Yeah, right. We got
but before
motion.
we send everybody off, also, yeah, please call. I gotta do a shout out to all of our patrons. Shout out to Yoel, Diana Laura, and Stephen Carbajal. We greatly appreciate your patronage. If anybody out there wants to join the Patreon, our link is always in the description. Thank you again to everybody who commented, and we'll see you guys next week.
I got the
Bye.
Birdman hands. Bye. I got the Birdman hands.